And boom, just like that, we are back. You look amazing.
You look amazing.
No, you look better. And
You
she's
look
got crazy
good.
energy. Hopefully you've got some crazy energy. It's that time of the week. We understand we might hit a little bit of a dip. It's a klein Vrydag. We can start dreaming big and get excited. There is a lot to get excited about
My
today.
goodness,
I don't know,
Greg.
you could have seen the parents in our neck of the woods trying to find some kind of Bafana-themed shirt anywhere.
Anything green.
It was crazy. Green, gold, it doesn't matter. Just put it on. Does it have a South African flag? I love this feeling. It took me back to so many of South Africa's most amazing sporting moments where the whole nation can just set aside everything else just for a moment and start to dream. Yes, we are back in the World Cup. Bafana taking on Mexico later tonight. It's crazy.
It's going to be a crazy game. 9 p.m., please. In fact, let's give them some hears and give them a feel-good send-off. Come on, Bafana! Kaufela, we're going to be with them all the way, and we really hope that we're going to take this game against Mexico, the rematch that we've been waiting for years. And 2010 was actually 16 years ago.
It's crazy. We have been joking about trying to find even proof of life back then. It was a different era, a different life. But of course, it did, I think, open our eyes in South Africa to the power of sport and maybe put a bit of responsibility on our shoulders for legacy. So let's touch on that, from grassroots football development with future stars, which are amazing. They're doing some incredible work, to insights from Banyana Internationals, Shakira O'Malley and Talia Schmidt. We're going to get what it takes to be a part of a moment like this. The girls have tasted their own silverware in very dramatic fashion. They understand what it is like to carry the hopes of the nation on their shoulders. And they've got sculpted shoulders at that as well. And then we'll also catch up with hitmaker Lindo and his brand new Bafana anthem. Plus, explore New Honor is bringing fans together. And of course, how Woolworths is helping families celebrate Father's Day in galactic style. Yes, Star Wars is still on everybody's tongue. You see, you didn't even have to, I got the dad joke before it even landed, before it even left with the Millennium Falcon out into the universe. So it's all happening on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Remember, SABC and SABC Plus is where you can find so much of the 2010 action. So make sure that you are linked. And of course, it is for free, just like the news that we're about to bring you now. So Chris is going to take care of those duties. And yes, I will touch on some of the sporting highlights from yesterday. A couple more friendlies to track who's hitting form at just the right time. Who are the stars going to be? We're going to find out. All bets are off, or maybe all bets are on. The FIFA World Cup is here. Bafana taking on Mexico later tonight. But there is some other stuff happening in the world right now. So I suppose we should bring you up to speed with those major news headlines. Then I'll touch on the sport.
Well, let's delve straight into it with 3 minutes after 6 o'clock, Ray. We start out nationally, where police have launched a manhunt after 12 people were killed and 9 others injured in a mass shooting at the Jumpers informal settlement in Cleveland, Johannesburg. Now, at least 10 heavily armed suspects reportedly carrying rifles entered the area late on Tuesday night and opened fire at multiple locations before fleeing in a white Toyota Quantum. Now, Provincial Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Tommy Mtombeni said the motive remained under investigation, with police not ruling out links to illegal mining turf wars. Now, he described the attack as barbaric and heartless. In other national news, a major joint operation in Kaya Sands and Randburg has led to the destruction of 10 illegally installed transformers and the arrest of a suspect linked to unlawful electricity distribution on City Power's network. The operation, carried out by City Power, Eskom, SAPS and the Johannesburg Metropolitan Police, targeted infrastructure used to illegally supply power to informal settlements. Now, authorities also confiscated cables and conductors. Officials say the case points to organized criminal syndicates exploiting communities, with further investigations and possible additional charges now underway. Well, internationally speaking now, referee Omar Artan has received a hero's welcome in Mogadishu, with hundreds of supporters at the airport waving Somali flags as he was turned away by the United States ahead of the World Cup. Now, FIFA has confirmed he will not officiate at the tournament, ending hopes of a historic World Cup debut for Somalia's first referee. Now, the Somali government said efforts to engage U.S. authorities and FIFA were unsuccessful and expressed disappointment. Artan, one of Africa's top officials, was named the continent's best male referee in 2025. Meanwhile, violent anti-immigrant protests erupted in parts of Ireland following an incident in which a Sudanese immigrant allegedly stabbed a man on Monday night. Now, the unrest saw groups gathering in several neighborhoods in Belfast, with authorities deploying additional officers to contain tensions and prevent further escalation. Now, community leaders have urged calm while investigations into the attack continue. Police do say the motive for the stabbing remains under investigation and that they are monitoring developments closely amid concerns over rising community tensions in the city. Let's close up with this one where South Africa is bracing for a wave of excitement as Bafana Bafana, our boys, step into their opening World Cup match against hosts Mexico at 9 p.m. tonight, with fans across the country uniting in hopeful anticipation. Now, the squad has sparked renewed optimism after recent strong performances, with supporters expecting a spirited display of both pride and teamwork on football's biggest stage. From township streets to city fan parks, the green and gold jersey is set to dominate conversations as families prepare for the late-night kickoff. Well, win or lose, the occasion is being embraced as a moment of national pride and unity, reflecting the country's enduring love for the beautiful game as the World Cup fever takes hold. Well, we'll definitely be taking your predictions of who you think will take the first game. For now, though, let's get into some more sporting details with Gray.
Yes, it would be fitting for us to only talk about one thing today, and that's perfectly fine. Football is in centre stage. The wait is almost over as the 2026 FIFA World Cup kicks off tonight in North America, of course. So for the next 6 weeks, just bear with us. 48 nations are going to battle it out across 104 matches, starting, of course, with Bafana Bafana taking on our old friend foes, Mexico, in the opening showdown tonight. And that kicks off in Mexico City at Estadio Azteca at 9 o'clock South African time. Going to be some tired eyes tomorrow morning. Perfectly fine. So let's stay in the footballing lane. Of course, well, I did allude to a couple of nations sending a message in their friendlies. World Cup nations were in their international friendly lane last night. And as the tournament's preparation window came to a close, some stark messages sent. England head into the World Cup on a high, definitely. A confidence-boosting 3-0 win over Costa Rica. And, of course, Harry Kane not scoring in that one, but a couple of their big guns showing their form. Anthony Gordon there, one to find the back of the net with a penalty. Then Cristiano Ronaldo, is this his year? Finally, he led Portugal to a 2-1 victory over Nigeria, but they also looked strong. So much going into this year's FIFA World Cup. But let's dress it down now, bring it back home and talk about our promotion and relegation playoff. In local football, it is going down to the wire. Cape Town City FC and Magesi FC played out to a 1-1 draw in their PSL promotion playoff yesterday. That means the result now confirms that City will remain in the Motsepe Foundation Championship next season. And I stress just for next season because they showed so much improvement this year. But of course, Magesi, they keep their PSL hopes very much alive with one match remaining, and nothing less than a victory will be enough when they take on Milford FC this coming Saturday. High stakes football indeed. Now, let's get back on the track. Well, at least a side of the track. Formula One's governing body has approved significant power unit changes for 2027 and 2028. This following concerns from drivers themselves about excessive energy management under the current regulations. So the planned balance, at least, of 53% combustion power and 47% electric power will shift to 58-42 in ratio in 2027 before moving to a 60-40 split in favor of the combustion engine, interestingly, in 2028. I think once you've let the beast out the cage, now we've got to figure out how do we rein it in. But safety for the drivers, always our primary concern. And that's where we leave our sport for now. I did mention a Klein Vrydag, which means the weather is probably a little bit more important today. Let's get the latest.
Well, let's get straight into it, Grace, so we can prep you Mzansi for the rest of the week and weekend. Well, when it comes to your weather out in Polokwane, your Thursday brings you mostly sunny skies. Now, temperatures rise from a low of 7 degrees to a high of 24. So let's take a look at the week ahead, where you can expect mainly sunny skies in the upcoming days, with tomorrow's temperatures ranging from a brisk 9 degrees to a more pleasant 27. That brings us to Klerksdorp now, where today brings you sunny skies accompanied by gentle northwesterly winds. Now, your temperatures begin at a chilly 6 and reach a high of 22 degrees. Looking at the days ahead, expect mostly sun-filled skies with daytime highs peaking in those mid-20s. Well, let's see what Pretoria has to say. You will look up to mostly sunny skies today on your side. Temperatures range between a low of 8 and a high of 21 degrees. In the days ahead, expect some sunny skies with daytime highs moving into those low 20s, reaching the mid-20s by the weekend. And out in the city of gold now in Johannesburg, expect a drizzly start to the morning before conditions do improve. Your temperatures, well, they'll start with a cold 7 degrees and rise to a set high of 18. And then from tomorrow going into the weekend, expect some sunny skies with temperature highs reaching those low 20s. Mbombela, what are you saying on this Thursday morning? Skies will remain partly cloudy throughout your day today. Temperatures will move from a chilly 10 to a warmer 23 degrees. Now the days ahead bring bright, sunny skies with temperatures peaking tomorrow at 27 with a low of 11 degrees. That brings us to the beautiful Bloemfontein next, where it's all about those sunny skies that will set the tone for your day today. Temperatures rise from a freezing 4 degrees and set to a high of 20. And tomorrow brings some sunny skies with cloud cover gradually moving in as temperatures rise from a low of 3 to a high of 21. To the coastline we go. Out in Richards Bay, your morning starts off cool and also a bit damp with light rain coming through. Temperatures range between a cool 14 and a nice warm 27. Now you can make the most of tomorrow's sunshine as wet days are ahead as we approach the weekend. And then out in Durbs, morning cloud will gradually clear to sunny skies by the afternoon. Great temperatures you can expect, a low of 13 and a high of 27. Now it is mostly sunny or at least cloudy skies that will dominate the coming days, with rain forecast from Saturday sitting at a chance of 30%. And then in Mthatha, the day remains pleasant under partly cloudy skies. Let's delve into your temperatures now. It's a low of 7 as your start and a peak of 26 as your high. Now the outlook remains mainly cloudy with tomorrow's temperatures sitting between a low of 9 and a high of 26 degrees. In Uba, formerly known as Craddock, on your side your day starts off cloudy, but it does clear as the day progresses. This will be accompanied by noticeable northwesterly winds. Your temperatures, though, they range between 7 and 23. There are grey skies that will define the upcoming days, so do be aware of that. And then out in Kugompo City, formerly East London, you'll look up to some sunny skies today. Temperatures will sit between a low of 12 and a high of 26 degrees. Now you can expect a shift to cloudier skies in the upcoming days. With rain on the cards as we approach the weekend Saturday, it's sitting at a 40% chance. Ebeja, GQ on your side is partly cloudy skies that are on the cards for today. Now when it comes to your temperatures, it will move between a low of 11 and a high of 24 degrees. A low of 12 and a high of 19 is expected tomorrow, with skies remaining mainly cloudy, with rain forecast going into the weekend. And out in the gorgeous George on this Thursday, partly cloudy skies will lead the way for you today. Temperatures ranging from a low of 11 and peaking at a high of 19. Now looking ahead, cloudy days are far from over, with wet and cooler conditions expected from tomorrow into the weekend. And out in Cape Town, the fog has not subsided. You will expect a foggy morning and transition into some cloudy skies later today. There'll be winds reaching 27 kilometers per hour. Temperatures move between 13 and 17 today. Now, partly cloudy skies will dominate the coming days, with scattered showers developing at intervals. That brings us over to Sutherland, where today brings you mostly sunny skies with noticeable northwesterly winds. Temperatures range between a cold 3 degrees and a high of 17. Now expect some colder days ahead, with highs staying below 12 degrees, while conditions do remain mostly cloudy throughout to next week. Well, that brings us to Kimberley, with sunny conditions dominating your forecast today. Temperatures rise from a low of 6 to a set high of 23 degrees. Now, sunny conditions will slowly turn cloudier over the coming days, while temperatures peak in those low to mid-20s. And the final stop is Uppington. Out in Uppy, skies remain largely sunny as the day does progress. A bit of a chilly start though. 4 degrees is your minimum, with a high of 27 that you can expect. Now tomorrow does bring you mainly partly cloudy skies, with temperatures moving between a low of 4 and a high of 22 degrees. That wraps up your temperatures for this hour. Let's check in again at 7 o'clock. For now, though, the sunrise view of 6 o'clock sent by Isaac Mkize. Thank you, Isaac, for getting in touch from Ntlakuza out in KZN. Gorgeous, gorgeous rolling hills there with a beautiful sunrise just hitting the mountain in the background. Thank you for this painting of a picture. We appreciate it, Isaac, and we wish you a beautiful day. Out on your side of KZN, 21 degrees is what you can expect and experience, and we do appreciate your frame-worthy image. 7 and 8 o'clock, we get into it once again, but Isaac, well done on setting the bar so high. Here's the number, though, Mzansi, 0630369649. Snap away and let us know what it's looking like.
Oh man, it's going to mess with us today because we're going to go back 16 years. That's when South Africa hosted our version of a World Cup and the world loved it. And we as South Africans, I think we were different from then on. But going back there is crazy. It feels like a past life. So go back there with us. On the other side of a quick break, we are going to find out what Carissa was doing back in 2010. I have a feeling we're going to be introduced to a very different version of her. We'll go back there. We'll talk about the significance. In fact, progressing throughout the entire show, we are going to be pouring a lot of positive energy into Bafana Bafana ahead of their big one at 9 o'clock tonight. They take on Mexico in Mexico City to start a brand new chapter for a new generation. So we're going to bring some Banyana stars in a little bit later to chat about them. But I think what gets me most excited, it's the seeds that are being planted. And we're going to take you to Vrygrond, at least through the incredible work that some coaches who will be sitting on this couch in a moment are doing to uplift and change the course, not just on a football trajectory, but the life of some incredible young players. And we'll plug into that positive energy after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, man, just look at his face. Look at Tilo.
I
It's
love
my
him.
Mexican brew, man. So tonight we are going to kind of enter into our World Cup opener up against Mexico with a slightly different spirit, I think. It doesn't feel like hostile ground for us now, but for Bafana tonight, it is definitely going to feel like that.
It's huge.
So we thought we'd go back to what it felt like to be in South Africa in 2010.
Oh, my
And we'd
goodness.
love to get your, if you've got some remembrance of that time, we'd love to see it, but we want to know how you're feeling about tonight. What are your score predictions? Please drop us a voice note, share some love, share some yes, 063-036-9649, and show off your outfits. So much effort was put in yesterday by the
Wow.
parents to try and find Bafana anything.
today.
It was hectic out there. I found a few parents at like 5:30 last night with tears in their eyes around.
Probably
it was
just sewing
interesting,
their own
I know. So
costumes.
Jack nicked my official 2010 jersey. He was like, no, this is mine. So I'm like, okay, fair
That's
game.
fine.
We'll pass it to a new generation. Begs the question, because life must have looked quite different for you.
16 years
16
ago.
It felt like trying to even find a photo.
It was hard,
I went through
Gray.
2 laptops. I've now realized a broken hard drive.
Oh, my
I've got
gosh.
no access to half of my social media stuff because
Right.
they've been hacked.
took it from you?
It was a weird lesson in how long ago 2010 actually was.
I'm
There's been a
telling you.
lifetime. Kids have grown up since then.
I've grown up.
Exactly. What were you doing in 2010?
Okay, let me just tell you, 2010, I was a matric, okay? So I wasn't really celebrating with the country. I was just trying to make my way through high school.
Just get through it.
Just get through it. I had my matric ball moment that had happened, which was a huge part of my year, probably bigger than the World Cup in my mind anyway.
Do you know how I know you're braver than me? So I will openly admit, I found 2 photos that provided too much context of my life
much.
back then.
We could have
which
put a
was like,
sticker,
I'm not going to be
Gray.
putting that in front of my family on national TV now. It's hilarious. I could have done a sticker. I didn't
You
think of an
should have done
emoji
the
sticker.
sticker.
We would have had to have done the entire room. It would have just been me in a room full of emojis or a stadium full of emojis.
I'm not mad at that at all. So I was really focused on just getting through matric, quite honestly. I do remember a slight moment where I went to the fan walk out in Greenpoint Park, but it wasn't, I think that was the opening match. It wasn't documented. We didn't have smartphones. We weren't
Yeah.
making reels. We weren't on Instagram. So I was just there, living in the moment, in between studying for bio and
And do you think
and
that's
English.
going to be the vibe now? Because we chat a lot about this. I think I get the same look from a lot of the younger people in the space here when
Yeah.
I can't produce a photo and trying to explain, well, it was
We were
pre-digital.
living.
I don't know, but we seem to be moving back into that space of can I do the thing rather than can I prove that I did
prove
it
that I
afterwards with a
performed that I
record
did
of
the thing. These are all taken on a digital camera. Do you know what I mean? Like those little silver ones that we used to get back
Those
in the
were
day.
actual silly glasses she had to put on her face. They weren't
did.
introduced as something.
And then this is like
after
our
the fact.
40 days until finals. We all dressed up. I was a pineapple. Like, you know, we were just
As-
living
as
life
one-
as
as
one
one did.
does. Also, just like another matric moment. So I don't
I
really
love
have.
the people who have been cancelled in your life. This is quite an interesting thing for me. I'm now beginning to understand why we had to do this
It's a
whole
consent thing, I
exercise.
promise you.
No, 100%. I feel you. And that's the danger because we do live around people who don't live in TV land, who don't want to be in
Exactly.
those spaces. Do you think this is going to mean more? Am I giving it so much because I know what it means? I
No,
was
it
in
is so
1996. I was in the stadium when we won AFCON. I know what these moments mean. So for me, and to be quite honest, I went from being kind of feeling like a fringe, someone set on the other side of the world in South Africa, to being trading content with the BBC, being on the most incredible platforms and stages. I had Sepp Blatter sitting there, just
Wow.
craziness. So I was in the eye of the storm. For someone who hadn't had a traditional sporting kind of arc, but has
Upbringing,
always
yeah.
been passionate in sport, what a gift. But you could see the difference that it made, just having that marker for South African kids to link the dots and go,
Bring it
okay, hang
together,
on,
yeah.
that's Shabba. Shabba grew up where I grew up.
Therefore,
And he scored like probably the best opening goal of any World
hello.
Cup ever.
We'll never forget that goal.
Can we have that again? I'm touching whatever I can. Please, can we have that moment again?
I think tonight's going to be a big deal. I've actually seen many South Africans that have been taken over to Mexico just to enjoy both the culture, the arts, and the sports of the space.
Sounds bad when you say it like that. They've been taken over to Mexico.
willingly taken over. And just like consuming the content, I feel like I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
And it is such an incredible moment. even when Bafana arrived, there was this young Mexican fan that welcomed and knew all the players and needed signatures, could barely speak a lick of English, but he was like, oh my
He's in
gosh,
it.
it's Bafana. And that sort of energy and fierce is what I'm here
That makes
for.
me nervous. Know thine enemy, okay? There's a
Ooh,
reason why Mexico
was a
are super
kid.
interested. I don't care, man. It's like a religion there.
It is,
And I'm
you're
glad
right.
that we got to take, because we think that we have exclusivity on the passion and the pride in football.
Right.
This is where it comes to bear. But I don't think we've fully taken on board what it means for Bafana in this moment. The amount of American colleges that are going to be looking at South African players after they see what
They've
these
already
guys
taken
can
the
do.
one guy
Well,
that
exactly.
made it to the top 11 or whatever it was called.
And we're going to see more and more. We've seen it in rugby, we've seen it in tennis, we've seen it in cricket. Whenever America adopts a sport, they'll give it the cash, the capital, and they will go around the world and find those stars. And I've seen mates of mine get college degrees based on mediocre tennis, all due respect. But now when you look at how good this team is, the kind of brand of football we're playing, unbelievable. The world is going to be watching.
I'm going to be.
There's going to be like 1 billion people watching these kids tonight when they play. And that might even
9
be
p.m.
an underestimation, but it's at 9 p.m. And the joy, guys, is you can catch absolutely every second of Bafana's incredible opening moments tonight live on SABC and SABC+. 34 major matches, in fact, will be screened on SABC Plus for free.
For free,
For free.
mahala, for
Come on.
nothing. So please download the app if you haven't already got it on every device that you've got, your phone to your tablet, etc. And that's not all. You can join the SABC Sports team for the Bafana versus Mexico game at the public watch party. So it is happening at the Mall of Africa out in Joburg.
That's going to be a party.
Today from 6 o'clock. So you can imagine those 3 hours before is going to build up all the energy you need. Bring your colors, bring your vuvuzelas.
Vuvuzelas aren't banned in South Africa, baby,
Exactly.
so bring them. Are we allowed to work from home tomorrow? Is
Yes,
the question I am
I would
asking.
agree. Everybody say here, here.
No, listen, we've got a duty to do for Bafana, okay? We've got to work hard. We've got to keep the engines going on this side so
True.
that they can do the goods for us. 9 o'clock tonight, they take on Mexico to open their account. Cannot wait.
Only you can make my day.
Think it's just another day? Well, not anymore, because I could be pulling up to your door next. Spin and win up to 20,000 Rand, plus an extra 2,000 Rand if you have a World Sports betting account, and another 2,000 Rand if you can hit a small dance challenge with me. To enter, all you have to do is head over to the competition post of Expresso's Facebook, X, and Instagram pages, and all you have to do is follow the prompts. And not signed up yet? Well, head to wsb.co.za, use the promo code TheBeat50 to get a free 50 Rand sports bet. World Sports Betting, bet to the beat. I'll see you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Yes, we are going crazy for football right now. Bafana preparing for another World Cup campaign. And I think when you're as old as me, you understand what that means, not just for South Africa, but for those players. It's an opportunity that they might have been dreaming about since, well, they could dream. And we are going to turn our attention now to the dreamers in the mix here, the grassroots coaches that are helping shape all next generations of South African footballers, not just the next. They are creating culture here. Through Future Stars, young people in Vrygrond are learning far more than football skills, and you can see it. They are building confidence, character, leadership, life skills that will carry them forward. Future Stars coaches Sianda Lanzela and Jonathan Alphonse are here alongside superstar player who's given us the prediction for tonight's score, Sipho Tembezi. Guys, welcome to it. Ah, man, so here I am, putting you on live TV in front of millions of people on the eve of Bafana, playing the biggest match. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to do this to you. Cool hand Luke over there. He's fine. You can see he's used to the BMT on the field. But guys, welcome. Sipho, for those that don't understand, how does what you guys do come together? Sorry, Sianda. Where did the idea first come about? I see Vrygrond is doing some amazing things. Now I can start to see the sporting connection. But how did Future Stars come about?
Yeah, Future Stars started way back 10 years, way back. There was a lady who started it from way back. She came in, saw the need of helping the young guys from the communities, unprivileged, and then help them to disciple them, to help them grow in leadership, find themselves, where the abilities where they have through soccer. So he find this could be the beautiful tool to help people to know God, to know themselves, and then to know everything about them in the future.
I love that because it tests you in situations. You get the resilience, you get the brotherhood, you get the mentorship. We love to talk about the tip of the spear, Bafana going out there to represent us and all our hopes and dreams. It all falls flat without this. How much of a difference in the boy becoming a man, that phase of that life journey, does this kind of affect? Because this feels like a very important phase of their life to step into.
Yeah, it's make or break, really. I think you really, what we try to tell them is that it's easy when you're young to think, day by day, but the choices you make today will have a huge implication for your future. So that's one big thing we incorporate in the training as well as in our teaching. We try to make them link and just really show them that choices you make today, sacrifices you make today could set you up for huge success. But it could also set you up for failure as well.
Well, exactly. And you can see it. And the stakes are always high in South Africa. Life is challenging.
Yeah.
Sport gives you something else to focus on.
Yeah.
Sipho, what was your drive? Why did you want to join Future Stars? What was your pull there?
So this is back when I was in primary school. As Coach Sia said about Coach Miranda coming to Vrygrond in my primary school and offering us the opportunity to play for Future Stars. And it was a big opportunity for me and my friends. And I always loved football very much.
What is it about football? Because I'm a terrible football player, but I love the freedom of it. And I've got good mates who play, but what does it give you? What do you feel when you play footy?
So basically, I feel like I'm representing my family, not only myself.
I love
because
that.
it runs in the family, even though they didn't make it professionally. But I always had a dream to make it professionally. And these are the coaches that help me one step a day.
And now it's there. There is a path. From varsity football, there is a path. From school football, finally there is a path. But it needs these doors to be kicked down. And then the young men need the mentorship and the support. The soft side of this, how challenging is that for you as a coach to look after, yes, the footballing skills, and clearly you are doing the right job there, but to look after the boys, how challenging has that been for you?
Very challenging because these guys, we're teaching skills they never been taught at school, at home. So most of the Vrygrond communities, there's a community of fatherlessness. So the fathers are not there. So the family structures, the dysfunctional structures. So when you come in now to help with these guys, you have to teach them the skills they never been taught. So you have been to step into spaces where they never been. Yeah. So some things we try is new, something they haven't. So you're creating new habits to an old man.
That creating new habits.
So football helps us now to connect life, and also we connect everything that is connected in life as well. So we use football, and then we can train them to about life, about what's in the future as well.
I love that. And then along the way, discover some superb footballing stars as well. What do
Yes.
you guys need? The support, I would imagine, is critical, not just financially. What do you need and how can we help?
Good question. Yeah, right now we're dreaming of building our own pitch. Currently we're having to take the kids out of Vrijgrond to Muizenberg to train, just to guarantee their safety.
I'm
But
just touching the manifestation station while you talk about that new pitch. Thank you.
So if it all works well, I mean, we're getting, just being here is crazy thinking about where we were 10 years ago. So yeah, we're just really believing for that, but also just for people to believe in these kids outside of our soccer club as well. Their parents to know that this is not just for fun. We are building the future of South Africa here. So yeah.
Sibo's proven it. He's doing it for them. He's doing it for, and I can tell you now, you're doing it for the family that's coming to you as well. You're changing the life script here. You're changing the story. And that is powerful, my friend. Absolutely powerful. Please, your score prediction for tonight, Bafana versus Mexico.
So my score prediction for tonight will be Bafana 2-1.
I like it. Sure. And it happened on the manifestation station, so it will come to bear. Sia, thank you so much for doing what you do every day. This is incredible. 10 years is a massive badge of honor in your lane. I know how challenging it is, but now we're starting to see the diamonds being revealed, man. So congratulations. I look forward to interviewing you as a professional footballer in some time. And that's how it works in my world. But we'll keep their details up. I have a feeling we're going to force them to give a few more predictions on our social media platforms. So head over there if you want to find out more about what this incredible, I'm going to call it a footballing movement, is doing for the community of Vrijgrond, because it's going to matter not just to that community, to all of us, when I think we start tallying up what you guys have achieved. So thank you so much. Good luck, Bafana.
Yeah, come on.
I'm so nervous.
Come on, Bafana.
We got this. No, we got this.
Come on.
Well, you can see it's very clear that sports has the power to definitely build confidence, but also resilience and a sense of belonging. And that's exactly what we're celebrating through the Dove Girl Talk. Now, Karishma met up with a group of inspiring young rugby players who are challenging perceptions, backing themselves and proving that girls have every right to take up space on the field and in sport.
Today, we are honored to join the incredible young ladies at the Girl Power Rugby Academy for another Dove Girl Talk interactive session. They're proving that confidence, teamwork, and sisterhood can start from a young age. And these ladies are redefining the meaning of strength. I can't wait to join in.
Zoe, how did Girl Power Rugby Academy come to be?
So in 2023, I was wondering, how can any girl under the age of 15 actually start the game of rugby? I decided, you know what, I'm going to take it into my own hands and start off at False Bay Rugby Club. And we basically offered girls rugby to all girls aged 6 until 18. So previously, young girls never had the opportunity to play rugby at all. So now, because we've created access, they also are allowed to try it.
What has been the most inspiring thing for you working with these young ladies?
It's probably seeing the 6-year-olds playing. I really wish I had had the opportunity when I was 6 to play rugby, because in primary school, I was always so jealous of the boys that they were able to play and I wasn't allowed to. So seeing them play rugby matches is incredible.
Dove Girl Talk is helping women stay in sport. How does rugby build this kind of confidence?
I think rugby has been one of the best avenues for young girls in particular to find their inner strength and realize that they're actually a lot tougher and more resilient than they might think they are. I think some of them come here expecting to be timid and not want to get into the thick of things, but more often than not, you'll find the second they hit their first tackle bag, something comes out of them where they say, like, this is actually something that I can see myself doing.
Some of the biggest changes I've seen in the girls I've coached is their confidence in the way that they carry themselves, the way in which they run, the way in which they just like perform in the sport. So a lot of them were struggling a lot with like just having that grit in the rugby space, and every practice literally they just keep getting better and better.
If my arms drop after I pass the ball is not going to go where you want it to go. If I do this, look at that. Ball goes straight to the floor.
Have you ever felt that rugby has changed the way you see yourself and your body?
Specifically, the sport has, made it easier for me to see my body in a good light and just be confident
It taught me many things because I saw myself as a weak person, I don't want to lie. And eventually when I continued with the rugby, it taught me that I'm strong and I have the potential.
Why do you think it's important for young women to participate in sport?
It teaches them how to love themselves, and it teaches them how to be confident and how to carry on with life, because education is not the only key to success, but sports as well.
What do you think that people get wrong when they think about girls playing rugby?
I think that because they assume rugby is a rough sport, which it is, that girls shouldn't be playing it.
I myself thought that it was actually hard and you were going to get concussion and whatnot, but when actually trying it, it's not as bad as you see it.
Watching this up close is honestly so powerful. The control and confidence and strength that these women have in their bodies is so inspiring. But I didn't come here to just watch from the sidelines. Let's get involved. Does it matter which leg? Do I have to be the other leg?
The strongest leg.
Strongest leg forward. Yeah. Okay.
The best thing to do is to pull them, right? Because if you just do this,
right,
they might like slip off.
Okay.
So,
and then how do you protect yourself?
How to protect yourself? So you go down and you fall slightly.
What? Nice. Okay.
Slightly.
So if I go here and
Lower,
then
lower.
Oh, lower.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
Lower and then like this. And then pull you tight. Yeah. And then yeah. Yay! So I've always believed in the power of a woman's body and that a woman's body is far more powerful than anyone can conceive. But seeing it play out here on the field today was absolutely incredible. And I love that these young women are learning to embrace their bodies in all aspects. Let's go! What has been the most inspiring thing for you as a coach working with these young girls?
Just how resilient they are. They keep showing up. A lot of them don't come from the best backgrounds or households, but this is their safe space where they can come. They don't need to worry about anything else while they're here. They just get to be with their friends, with their teammates, and have a great session on the field. Encouraging them to understand that it's a life skill that they're taking from this and not just rugby skills, and that they do have all those tools available to go and pursue university, to go and pursue those jobs, and that they know that they can do it because of the things that they've done here.
I hope that the women watching will take away many things from watching women take up space in rugby. But I hope more than anything that they feel inspired to know that they could do anything, inspired to know that their bodies are powerful and capable, inspired to know that there are young girls out there that look like them, think like them, that are doing these things, and so they can too. With Dove Girl Talk and Girl Power Rugby Academy, the message is clear. Women belong in all sporting spaces, whether it's behind the mic or on the field. Sing it, sing it, sing it! Oh! Sing it, sing it, sing it! Oh! Sing it! Oh! Sing it!
Yeah, I love it. Here's.
Yeah, so cool. Karisma's been doing a great job as well. I think she's obviously taken a leaf out of your book and she's just going all in. Just go, lean into it, or kind of crouch, touch, pause, engage, whatever that. But absolutely love it. Love the conversation. We were joking about run like a girl.
Yeah.
I love the fact that we have reframed that sentence statement completely now.
That's what we're about, man. And the conversation will continue. But remember, there's still time to enter. Most importantly, that Dove Girl Talk competition. So if you are a girl between the ages of 14 and 17 years and you have a passion for sport, all you have to do is record a short sports commentary video and then go ahead and email that to dovegirltalk@unilever.com.
And here's the kicker. You stand a chance to win, well, a foot in the door, an incredible sports broadcasting opportunity, an actual thing. mentorship from one of our leading female sports commentators. And as you've seen, quite a few have jumped on board. We're talking the best in the biz. And then, of course, a Dove hamper for the whole family, because that's how they roll. Entries close this Friday. That's the 12th of June. That's tomorrow, guys. Please, if you do nothing else today, enter this competition. I have a feeling we're going to be working alongside whoever makes it through this little machine here. I just feel it
We look
with every
forward to
ounce of my
seeing
being.
you.
So please, I want to be interviewing you, please, live on TV. T's and C's, though, can be found on Dove's website. Good luck. Just do it. Go on.
Dove, sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026, is looking for the next female voice in sports. Discover more at dove.com/ZA.
Yo, so I've been battling, but now I've overcome what was a bit of a cold and flu. And I must say that I want to just prepare everybody else for what's to come.
It is. I kind of get that feeling. I think we went through it. We were just kind of handing it around the studio, which brings to bear we do probably need an education on how to keep ourselves and everyone else around us safe, but in particular our kids. It's the petri dish. We send them to school. There's some nasties out there. The prof is back. Professor Gray is going to be here to take us through what we need to know so that we can be empowered. I don't know.
I also want you to do that.
I feel like we can beat the flus and cold this season now. We've got a huge resource coming our way after this. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back, and I hope that you've come with a pen and paper because we're going to definitely be taking notes right now. Winter has officially arrived, and with it comes the cough season. It's undeniable, whether it's the little ones bringing germs home from school, parents trying to power through those busy days, or even our grandparents needing just a little bit of extra care. Coughs can quickly affect the entire household, and that's why we brought in pediatrician, allergist, and lifestyle medicine specialist, Professor Claudia Gray, who's here to help us understand how to care for every family member through this really tough cough season. And Prof, I have to say, it's already started. So let's just really prepare the people for what is to come. Thank you for being here once again. We appreciate it. So why do we tend to see so many more coughs when it does come to the colder season? What is the correlation there?
Yeah, so I think the first thing to say is what a cough is. A cough is it's a protective mechanism to protect our airways and our chests in response to irritants or particles or inflammation or mucus. So it stands to reason that if you've got a cold or a flu, you produce more mucus, you're dripping away, you've got lots of chemicals floating around in your throat and your nose and your chest, and you need to cough to expel those. So that's the mechanism behind a cough. What happens in winter is the bus arrives with the respiratory viruses. Every virus has a desired temperature that they breed best at. And the respiratory viruses like the slightly colder temperatures. That is why they are winter viruses. In addition, we also have allergies floating around in winter, the indoor allergies like house dust mite and mold, and that can exacerbate our symptoms and even make us more prone to getting colds and flus. And of course, these colds and flus are very catchy. So you described in your studio how it spread, and imagine in a school how that spreads.
Even worse, where there's less precautions that are probably being taken. And I wonder, do coughs then present differently on our children, on our adults, and then even our grandparents, our older family members? What does it show up as?
Yeah, so I think it's the same messaging. It's saying something's irritating my airway and I need to get rid of it. But it can vary a little bit through the ages. A very young child may have quite a weak or ineffectual cough. They're not very good at expelling the mucus, so it all accumulates in the chest and the chest becomes rattly. Adults tend to have a good, strong cough and quite a wet cough often because they're getting rid of the mucus so effectively. And then the elderly can have a weaker cough again, which can be a problem because all the gunk can accumulate in the chest and eventually cause pneumonia. So it does vary through the ages. You know, the younger kids also get colds more often because they've got less immunity. They've got a smaller airway, so the cough is often a little bit brassy or croupy. So it can also vary according to the size of the airway and the strength of the cough.
The range of coughs that you've just mentioned is incredible to me. Can you maybe describe the difference then? There's a dry cough, you mentioned a wet cough, a chesty cough, a productive cough. What are these different coughs that we can get?
Yeah, so I mean, I could do a show for you and show you all the things, barking like a seal. So to an extent, it depends on where in the airway it's coming from. If it's coming just from your nose, like a common cold, it's usually that irritation in your throat causing a hacking cough. If it's coming in your larynx and your trachea, that causes typical croup in the young child, barking like a dog. And then if it comes from deeper in the airways, you can have a wheezy cough. A cough is dry if you're not producing mucus. Often that's just the early stage of disease though. And it's a wet or productive, it's the same thing, cough, if you're producing phlegm or mucus is coming out. And often that's a little bit later in the illness.
And we're hoping to expel the phlegm, or it just kind of, what happens to it?
Yeah, so the phlegm has a reason. The virus stimulates our airways to produce more phlegm. To an extent, you want to try and get rid of the virus through moving that mucus through your airways. So you need to get rid of it. Yeah, I mean, you're alluding to mechanisms as to how to help. We can talk about that as well. But essentially, you want to thin the mucus. You want to break it down, make it easier to cough out. Because it's actually quite hard, especially for youngsters and the elderly, to cough out a blob of mucus. And it can cause this terrible cough that even leads to other complications.
Right. Okay, so then let's get into the practical ways that families can actually help relieve these cough symptoms that people may be experiencing, and then also support the recovery at home.
Yeah. So once again, it depends on the underlying cause. If you're coughing because you've got a tight chest and an asthma attack, you'd need to take an asthma pump to open up your chest. But if we're talking about common colds and flus, the bottom line is there's no miracle cure. The miracle is called time, but we can help our body to tolerate it a little bit better. So we might have a very blocked or snotty nose and then need a nose spray. We might be feeling absolutely awful and then need a bit of paracetamol or ibuprofen. We might have this hacking cough that's, you know, really the mucus isn't coming out, it's tenacious and thick, and then we could do with a cough mixture, which has a bit of an expectorant action, which means it thins the mucus, or mucolytic, which means it breaks down the mucus, or a soothing effect. The bottom line is that we do these things to help us, but our body needs time to get rid of the virus. Up to 2 or 3 weeks of coughing is actually fairly normal, even after a cold virus.
Oh my gosh, Prof, I'm learning so much today. I absolutely love this for us. So when looking for cough relief, many families prefer products they know and trust. I mean, that goes without saying. So what should we look for when it comes to maybe the counter cough remedy? Are there any specific things?
So, I mean, as a pediatrician, the first thing to me is safety. So what you don't want to use is something where the risks are greater than the benefits. Like for a common cold, you don't want to use an oral steroid. You don't want to really use a cough suppressant like codeine. You don't really want to use an old-fashioned sedating antihistamine or a decongestant taken by mouth. Those have side effects. So we try and keep it safe. We try and stick to something with a long safety record and something with a few ingredients that act on different aspects of the cough. Most importantly, it works quickly, it's safe, and it's good to use for the whole family.
I love that. Thank you so much, Prof, for coming through. So many gems that we can pick up today and take with us into this colder season, helping us navigate the cough season that is approaching. And of course, thank you to the Prof for showing us that care for every generation can in fact happen under one roof.
Stubborn cough? Ashjiki. Trust the cough doctor to sort you out and keep bossing it with Bostel. Find Bostel at your nearest retailer or pharmacy today.
Busy morning, we can relate. Big energy, certainly, and a cough tries to step in. Not on my watch. I boss it quick with Bostel, the trusted cough fix Mzansi's relied on for years to help handle a troublesome cough associated with colds and flu. Bostel is also available in orange and peppermint, helping you get rid of phlegm so you can keep it moving. And now it's your turn to win your very own Boza moment as well. If you head over to the Bostel Facebook page and enter their competition, you could be one of 10 winners, scoring a 2,500 Rand Puma voucher. Very nice. So don't let a cough hold you back this winter. Boss it with Bostel and enter now. We'll see you after the break.
Stubborn cough? Ashjiki. Trust the cough doctor to sort you out and keep bossing it with Bostel. Find Bostel at your nearest retailer or pharmacy today.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show. You've landed on Expresso right here on S3, just in time for your news update. We get started out nationally with the Department of Women, Youth and Persons with Disabilities that has described the rising mental health crisis among men and boys as a silent national emergency, noting that nearly 80% of recorded suicides in South Africa involve men. Marking Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, authorities are calling for urgent, coordinated action to tackle depression, anxiety, substance abuse, and suicide prevention. Now, stigma and entrenched social norms continue to discourage men from seeking help, while campaigners urge that awareness efforts to be matched with improved access to support services. In other national news, police have launched a manhunt after 12 people were killed and 9 others injured in a mass shooting at the Jumpers Informal Settlement in Cleveland, Johannesburg. Now, at least 10 heavily armed suspects reportedly carrying rifles entered the area late on Tuesday night and opened fire at multiple locations before fleeing in a white Toyota Quantum. Now, Provincial Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Tommy Mtombeni said the motive remained under investigation, with police not ruling out links to illegal binding turf wars. Now, he described the attack as barbaric and heartless. In your international news making headlines now, President Donald Trump has warned that the United States could strike Iran again in, quote, very hard, end quote, if a peace deal is not reached, raising fears of further escalation after one of the most serious exchanges in 2 months. Now, the threat follows continued hostilities between the two countries, despite a tentative ceasefire in April and ongoing diplomatic efforts to end a 3-month conflict. Recent attacks have included U.S. strikes on Iranian air defense and radar sites near the Strait of Hormuz and Iranian missile responses on regional U.S. bases. Meanwhile, referee Omar Artan has received a hero's welcome in Mogadishu, with hundreds of supporters at the airport waving Somali flags after he was turned away by the United States ahead of the World Cup. Now, FIFA has confirmed he will not officiate at the tournament, ending hopes of a historic World Cup debut for Somalia's first referee. Now, the Somali government said efforts to engage U.S. authorities and FIFA were unsuccessful and expressed disappointment. Artan, one of Africa's top officials, was named the continent's best male referee in 2025. Well, let's close off on a better note with the legendary albino buffalo with a striking blonde tuft that has found a permanent and peaceful home at the Bangladesh National Zoo. Nicknamed Donald Trump for its distinctive pale hair, the 700-kilogram giant became an overnight internet sensation ahead of Eid al-Adha, drawing large crowds eager to see the rare cream-colored animal. Now, its sudden fame raised public safety concerns, prompting officials to intervene and prevent the viral star from ritual sacrifice. Now, the owner was compensated, ensuring the gentle giant's safety. Now, in a spacious enclosure, albeit not the White House, the blonde-fringed buffalo enjoys daily baths and dedicated care, settling into a calm life far from viral frenzy. That's where we leave your 7 o'clock news. Let's get into sports.
What a world we live in. I absolutely love it. Let's see if sport can beat that this morning. Now, I've just seen Shakira, Thalia step in. Our Banyana Stars are going to be chatting to us a little bit later about the impending World Cup opener tonight. The wait is almost over, my friends. 2026 FIFA World Cup officially kicks off tonight in North America. For the next 6 weeks, you're going to have to bear with us. 48 nations are going to battle it out across 104 matches at some sublime venues. And, of course, starting with Estadio Azteca, Bafana taking on Mexico in that opening showdown tonight. Kickoff in Mexico City, 9 o'clock South African time. You can catch it on SABC and SABC Plus. For free. Make sure you plug in. Now, let's see how the teams are feeling ahead of the World Cup. Some nations, of course, locked in international friendly action last night as the tournament's preparation window finally came to a close. England sent out quite a message. They head into the World Cup on a high after a confidence-boosting 3-0 win over Costa Rica. Anthony Gordon, one of the local lads there to get on the score sheet. And then, of course, we are all asking, is this Cristiano Ronaldo's year? He led Portugal to a 2-1 victory over Nigeria, who also looked pretty strong. Can Portugal finally give their GOAT his flowers? We will wait and see. Again, it all kicks off tonight. But we have to bring it back home now for an equally thrilling and tense local showdown. In local football, Cape Town FC and Magesi FC played out to a 1-1 draw in their PSL promotion playoff clash yesterday. And this means the result now confirms that Cape Town City will remain in the Motsepe Foundation Championship next season, at least for next season. Come on, boys, they showed so much improvement this year. But of course, Magesi keep their PSL hopes very much alive with one match remaining, and nothing less than a victory will be enough when they face Milford FC this coming Saturday. Now we can get into some big moves in motorsport off the track this time as we throw it forward. Formula One's governing body has approved some significant power unit changes for 2027 and 2028, following concerns from the drivers themselves about excessive energy management under the current regulations. It's all about the split. So the planned balance of 53% combustion power, 47% electric power will shift to 58-42 in balance in 27 before moving to a 60-40 split in favor of the combustion engine in 2028. I think now that we've let the EV beast out the cage, we've got to rein it back in a little bit. But driver safety paramount, and that's where we leave our sport for the next 5 minutes. The Banyana Stars stepping in to chat about Bafana's hopes and dreams as they enter the World Cup in just a moment. But right now, let's see how the roads are looking. Let's start down south in Brackenfell in Cape Town. There is heavy congestion reported on the R300 northbound that's approaching the N1 inbound ramp, currently affecting traffic flow. As you can see, daily commuters, please expect delays, and we are advised to exercise patience. Just look after each other out there. Nothing else major to report on. Let's get into the weather. Polokwane is where we jump off, and your Thursday brings you mostly sunny skies, I can say. Temperatures rise from a low of 7 degrees to a gorgeous 24 degrees. Great way to welcome in the Klein Vrydag, and then you can expect mainly sunny skies over the weekend. Tomorrow's temperatures ranging from a brisk 9 degrees, but it does rise to a gorgeous 27, and it stays in the mid to upper 20s throughout. Klagstop, good morning to you. You've got sunny skies above, accompanied by a gentle northwesterly wind today. Your temperatures kicked off at 6 degrees, and they will reach a high of 22 for your Thursday. Then looking ahead, expect mostly sun-filled skies, your daytime highs, in fact, peaking in the mid-20s throughout. Pretoria is our next stop, and you'll look up to mostly sunny skies today. Your temperature range carrying you from a low of 8 degrees to a high of 21. And as we look ahead, expect sunny skies with daytime highs moving into the low 20s, reaching the mid-20s by the weekend. Perfectly so. Josia, good morning to you as well. You've got a drizzly start to the morning. You're probably experiencing that already before conditions do improve, thankfully. Temperatures start from a cold 7 degrees, rising to set at 18 today. And then from tomorrow going into the weekend, expect sunny skies with temperature highs reaching the low 20s and kind of staying in that zone. Umbombela, you are up next, and your skies will remain partly cloudy throughout the day. Temperatures move from a chilly 10 to a warming 23 degrees. Then throwing it forward, sunny skies are going to dominate the next few days. Temperatures peaking tomorrow at 27, in fact, with a low of only 11. Bloemfontein, a very good morning to you. I herald sunny skies for your Thursday. That's going to set the tone for your day. Temperatures rising from a freezing 4 degrees, though, but it will rise to 20 as your high. Then tomorrow brings sunny skies. Cloud cover gradually moving in as temperatures rise from a low of 3 to a high of 21 degrees. Then we stay in those upper teens for the next few days. Richards Bay, your morning is going to start off cool and damp with a little light rain, but it's going to clear. That minimum of 14 is going to give way to a beautiful 27 as your high. Make the most of tomorrow's sunshine as well, as wet days are ahead. As we move into the weekend, you can see a 60% chance of rain kicking in Saturday. Durban, are you our playground for this Klein Vrydag? Well, morning clouds are going to gradually clear to sunny skies this afternoon. And that means that 13 low gives way to a high of 27 degrees, and it's going to look beautiful going into the weekend, albeit on Saturday, rain does kick in, a 30% chance of that. Umtata is where we find ourselves now, and the day remains pleasant under partly cloudy skies. Your temperatures are climbing from a cold 7 to set at a high of 26 degrees for your Thursday. And then the outlook remains mainly cloudy, with tomorrow's temperatures sitting between a low of 9 and a high of 26 degrees. Kuba, formerly known as Craddock, your day starts off rather cloudy, clearing as the day progresses to a high of 23, and you're going to have a noticeable northwesterly wind as well. Your temperatures move between a low of 7 and a high of 23 degrees, and then the grey skies step in. They're going to dominate the coming days. Kogompo City, formerly known as East London, you're going to look up to beautiful sunny skies today, thankfully, with temperatures sitting between a low of 12 and a high of 26 degrees. Balmy, I think we can call it. Then expect a shift to cloudier skies in the coming days, with rain on the cards. We approach the weekend sitting at a 40% chance, in fact, on Saturday. That drops to around 20 on Sunday. Partly cloudy skies on the cards for you today, and it doesn't temper the temperatures too much. A low of 11 going up to a nice 24-degree high. And then a low of 12 degrees and a high of 19 is expected tomorrow. Your skies remaining mainly cloudy with rain forecast from the weekend onwards. Gorgeous George. Well, you're going to have cloudy skies above, but it's going to feel okay. A moderate day, in fact. Temperatures ranging from 11 to set at a high of only 19 degrees today. Then looking ahead, cloudy days are far from over, sadly. Wet and cooler conditions expected from tomorrow, with those minimal chances of rain entering into the weekend. Then you'll be experiencing a foggy start down in the mother city. Cape Town must brace for some winds as well, 27 kilometers an hour today. Temperatures moving between 13 and 17 degrees with that inclement weather. Partly cloudy skies are going to stick around. They're going to dominate the coming days. Some scattered showers developing at intervals as well. Sutherland, good morning to you. You've got mostly sunny skies on the cards with a noticeable northwesterly wind as well. Temperatures did kick off on a chilly 3 degrees, going up to only 17 today. And then you can expect much colder days ahead. Highs staying below 12 degrees, in fact, really cold tomorrow. 9 degrees only your high, and we kick off at -1. And it's going to stay pretty chilly and cloudy throughout. Kimberly, you've got a great day ahead. Sunny conditions forecast for your day. 6 and 23 degrees, your temperature range for your Thursday. And then sunny conditions are going to slowly turn colder over the coming days. Temperatures peak in the low to mid-20s. Uppies, what's up? Great to say good morning to you as well. Skies remaining largely sunny as the day progresses today. Temperatures start from a cold 4, rising to a warm 27 degrees. And then tomorrow we get partly cloudy skies above. Temperatures moving between a low of 4 and a high of 22 degrees. And we stay in those low 20s for the rest of the week. So now that we know how it's going to feel, and you can see those broader weather patterns moving across the south of our continent, let's take a look at what it looks like outside Keith Dyer, his window in Ganubi East in East London. It's 26 degrees. Okay, that's maybe not right out his window unless he lives on the beach. He's not a strandloper. He is just enjoying a nice loop op die strand, and that looks gorgeous. A lot of energy in a still photo there, but there is that ethereal, almost that divine light breaking across the horizon. Beautifully composed picture, so many elements there. Well done, buddy. Well, if you think you can do better, and that's going to take some beating, as we always say, from your lens to our screens, please share your sunrise with us on 063-036-9649 and keep those predictions coming. Of course, Bafana playing tonight. I'm sure they will receive a lot of inspiration from Banyana, so maybe we should as well.
I mean, why not? I look like I belong in the team, don't I? Oh my gosh. All I'm missing is a bit of green and gold. I forgot the memo today. But we have got beautiful players with us from Banyana, and we can't wait to get into a conversation, not only celebrating our girls, but also our boys as they prepare for tonight, 9 p.m. South African time, as they take to the field. But we'll reflect on your journey as well to see what it took to get you to this point. An incredible moment for South Africa. And yes, we are celebrating from here beyond. We'll see you straight after the break.
Over the past few months, ABSA has helped sharpen your scam spotting skills through the Protect Your Money, Protect Your Story campaign, giving you the knowledge to stay alert and protect your money and your story. As a thank you for being on this journey with us, Expresso and ABSA are giving you the chance to win one of 5 2,000 Rand cash prizes. Head to Expresso's social platforms. Tell us why you'd recommend ABSA for secure banking, tag a friend and use hashtag Protect Your Money and hashtag Your Story Matters. Closes 12 June 2026. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Okay, I'm struggling a little bit. I am very excited. I'm nervous about the game. We've got superstar players with us now. It's just all mattering so much to me. After years of anticipation, months of preparation, some massive tests along the way, certainly on this continent. Endless debate. The wait is finally over. The FIFA World Cup is here and Bafana are there. So over the next 6 weeks, 48 nations are going to battle it out across 104 matches. And it's all happening in North America across 3 different countries, in fact, all chasing football's ultimate prize. So tonight the journey begins for South Africa. They take centre stage in the opening match of the tournament. The Bafana taking on our old frenemies, Mexico. So I guess this morning they know exactly what it means to wear the green and gold. They might be wearing it right now, and they've done it on the biggest international stages. Joining us are UWC stars and Banyana International, Shakira O'Malley, Shakira, and Thalia Smith. So I'm going to have to do it all the time now. It's just there.
It's fine.
It's my nervous tick, okay, to get out of this. I want to ask the two of you, because you get it.
Yeah.
You understand. So congratulations, first of all, to both of you for the arc that you've been on over the last years. I've been watching, like, congratulations for your opening goals and things, and the gees, the love in that team, the camaraderie is powerful, and it must extend to the boys as well. How nervous are you, Thalia, about what is happening tonight?
I feel as if I'm the one that's going to be partaking in the opener. But yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm excited as well to see what's going to happen.
Can we dream? Shakira, are you feeling like this is that kind of an opportunity, or is it for the players? Because you know what it's like in America. You've proven that algorithm. You know the opportunities that are going to be opened for these young stars just being on that showpiece.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about this moment for South African football, for the players?
I think it's an amazing opportunity for the boys. I feel like all they need to do is just go out there and, just perform, because I think they've earned it with all the preparation they've put into it as well. And I mean, obviously the nerves will be there. Mexico has a point to prove because they're hosting.
They are really good. And they're going to have like 80,000. Crazy. I've heard that Azteca as a stadium is just another beast.
Yes.
And they also have the expectation, so they're probably under more pressure. And I think we like the underdog kind of vibe. What was your mentality like going into a game? Were you the kind that needed a button push, needed to be like shaken up, or were you always kind of ready and vibrating at another level? How did you manage your nerves? How will they manage their nerves?
I think, it's just soaking in the experience, soaking in the fans, and just imagining that it's South Africans. I think we also have our group of South Africans over there.
We've got some Saffers there.
Yeah,
we'll stand
up. Just spotting them out in the stadium and using that as motivation. But a bit of nerves, but just using that as motivation.
And I hate to say, it's probably going to be all influencers as the South African fan, and that's okay because they got great followers and they're creating some great content, but just get used to it. It's an opportunity, yes, for the country to do something special, but within that, you've got to manage expectations. Yeah. So within our group, how are you feeling about our arc to the knockouts in terms of just this team making its mark? And i.e., how important is a win tonight?
I think a win will be amazing. Obviously, I don't think there's much to say about the group and getting out of the group because we haven't seen South Korea play. We haven't seen Czech Republic play any game at all.
We haven't tasted them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it will be important to set the standard in the first game and go out and just dominate.
I like that, man. She's quite hectic, eh? She like this on the field.
Yeah, I know she's like this on the field as well.
Heard stories, but it's like she come in all sweet and lovely and nice and everything, but the tiger's eyes there. But we want that. So we've seen Hugo introduce a beautiful counter-attacking capability without detracting from the way that we like to hold position. So if we've got the ball, great. We feel like we can do something. And I think Pirates were great with that style of football this year, very well represented in the team. Are there individuals that you are most excited about in this particular moment? Who do you think's ready to have their moment?
For me, I definitely think it's Bokazi.
100%.
Yeah, I think he would be our standout player in this tournament. I think he's shown some great capabilities in the national team, and also he moved to the States, so he's playing in the States. And
this is what I'm saying. This is the next 5 years. This is his career.
Exactly. And he's been doing well. He got selected for the MLS All-Stars as well. So, yeah.
What does that mean for a South African player, a young girl playing now? Because we've been introduced to new structures in female sport here, and football has driven that. We saw an 800% increase in the television consumption of female sport after the last Footballing World Cup. Maybe you all played a part in this incredible journey, but it feels like there is an opportunity. Is this that for the player? The fact that we can get noticed in America, that South African players can get scholarships there, is this a part of that? Because it feels like this is the biggest opportunity that young players have had.
Definitely, I feel like it's a huge stepping stone in terms of getting that exposure, getting put out there, getting the acknowledgement that football, specifically in South Africa, needs. Because I don't think we've had that opportunity. So now we get to go and play on the biggest stage. And I think also academics is just as important as football.
I'm thinking of all the mediocre sportsmen like me that got varsity degrees and college degrees because we were South African and we could play rugby. That was enough.
Exactly.
I want that for football. They must look at football and go, wow, we want that South African flavour, that flair. What does it take for the young girls that are watching now? Because you've had some moments, you've had to step up, you've had to deal with disappointment. And let's be honest, at the under 21, under 23, more doors are being closed than opened for the men, and I would imagine very much so for female players as well. What does it take to crack this code?
For me, I personally think perseverance. You're going to be faced with challenges, you know, you're going to be faced when things don't feel like they're going your way, where it's like things are not coming, things are not working out, maybe they're stagnant, and just perseverance and being resilient, because there is opportunities, and if you do well, if you keep working hard, and if you remain disciplined, there's opportunities. So.
And you don't give the selectors a choice.
Yes.
100%.
Don't give them the choice. You just show up with the Shakira face. Okay. Thanks. She's smiling again now. It's okay. Please will you send a video to the boys with that and to just tell them what they're going to do on the field today, just so they get it. Now, I think their heads are in the right place. Their hearts are certainly in the right place. I think their AFCON journey proved that to us, that they are there.
Yeah.
And they're going to fight, and they're going to prove it. They're fighting for their coach, but most importantly for each other.
Yes.
I think you guys get it. Thank you so much. I feel like crying just looking at the two of you. I don't know why. Now, I've got a daughter who's amazing at sports, and I see the opportunities that get opened up outside of sport because of this.
Yes.
So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You must fear their team this year. I have a feeling. Well, I think fear all South African teams right now, because we're plugging into that energy today. The stage is set. The world is watching. And tonight, our boys, Bafana, write the opening chapter of their World Cup story. Maybe a different story now. So thank you so much to Shakira and Delia for joining us. Absolutely massive moment. South Africa facing hosts Mexico in the tournament opener. You can watch it live on SABC 1 and SABC Plus, and that's for free. Kickoff is at 9 o'clock South African time. Don't miss the moment as Bafana look to make a statement on football's biggest stage. I will take a Shaba moment. Thank you very much. I can remember my whole fan park just lifting off the ground, levitating as that ball traveled through the air. And I don't think we've come back down since 2010. So we'll have that moment. Thalia, Shakira, thank you so much for everything that you do and represent. We love you. But tonight it's over to the boys. Guys, you've got to do the job. They've proven what we are capable of. Go out and seal the deal.
I just love how the girls always set the standard. I'm just saying, all right? Well, as South Africans, we know how to get behind our team, regardless of who it is, and with anticipation building for the big one, Bafana's big international challenge later today. The excitement is reaching fever pitch. And as an official sponsor of Bafana, Honor recently hosted a vibrant celebration filled with football and music and prizes, and of course, plenty of national pride. Now, Harmony joined the festivities to see how Honor is bringing fans together in support of the boys in green and gold.
There's something magical that happens when South Africans unite behind a common goal. Today, we're at Honor South Africa's Bryanston headquarters, where the staff has come together for Bafana Day, a celebration of national pride, honor, and support of our boys ahead of their biggest international challenge yet. Fred, I'm seeing a lot of smiles, happy faces, fun and games. What is Honor cooking up for us today?
So today with the sunshine, we are very happy to have the Bafana Fridays, and we want to have this kind of activities to union more fans and show us the love from all the fans to the team together.
The team definitely feels the support. They even came to the Honor offices recently to fetch their Honor devices. How do these devices help them in their daily life?
the Honor 600 Pro, we want them to use the fantastic AI to image to video functions and record their daily life and use the 200 million pixel cameras and share their dailies in Mexico with all the lovers from South Africa. And because this car model on the 600 come with 7,000 milliamp batteries, they don't even need to worry about like the lasting or the battery life. So they can have the continuous experience and the connections with all the supporters and all the lovers in South Africa.
A lot of memories will be made with the Honor devices, and some memories that people will remember is the official watch party that is happening on the 11th and the 18th of June at Mall of Africa. And I hear there's also a promotion happening.
So we hold the official watch parties in Mall Africa for 11th and 18th. So it's like a big party which will have more than 1,000 people, and we hope the fans share their expression together at the site, and at the same time to give back to the consumers. All the consumers who join our watch parties will get a coupon, and whoever buy a watch on a 600 and 600 Pro at Mall Africa from today to 18th can get a Honor Choice robot cleaner for home, and that can be redeemed in all the stores in Mall Africa at the same time.
As the official technical sponsor for Bafana Bafana, what words of encouragement do you have for them?
As Honor, we wish Bafana Bafana all the best, and you have the whole country back to you, and we are proud of you. So enjoy the game and make all the South Africa proud.
Definitely will be proud. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great moments don't just happen on the pitch. They happen in the connections we make, the memories we share, and also the communities that we build. And today, Honor is celebrating that spirit that brings us all together. There's still a lot of fun and games, so Mzansi, stay tuned as we play some football with some legends.
Okay.
Whoa.
So I've never scored a goal in my life, okay? Well, I did score one by mistake where I headed a ball midfield and it just flew over the keeper's head. Yeah. But I have scored 3 goals. Actually, if I think about it, when we opened one of our stadiums in 2010, Roger Desailly was their then coach, and this is a former national goalkeeper, was the coach of Wits. And I had to go a penalty shootout against him, but I had Gary Bailey giving me instruction, a South African legend, Manchester United legend. So I scored 3 penalties against one of the best keepers in South Africa. I'm just saying. So,
what was your victory moment or dance?
No, I think I was just absolutely shocked and apologising because I had to interview him afterwards. So we're going to put Thalia and Shakira through a little bit of a test in a moment because we want to set the standard. So we're going to have a little bit of a juggling thing in a moment, which is going to be great. But if you'd like to be a part of the action yourself and get stuck into Honor's official watch parties, they look amazing. They're going to head to Johannesburg, to Durban, promising even more excitement, entertainment, interaction. Ooh. And you can see what you're going to be required to do to win these prizes. We've got a little sneak peek there, but it's going to be probably the best fan opportunity in the country. It's going to be amazing.
Mall of Africa, they're coming away really soon. But what's more, Honor is giving away 2 Bafana Bafana jerseys worth 1,600 Rand each.
And these are the green away jersey,
the
okay?
Great ones.
It is beautiful.
Simply hop onto Expresso socials now and predict the final score of tonight's South Africa versus Mexico game. Of course, T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Welcome back. Now, there's plenty of football fever in the air at Honours Bafana Bafana Day that we've been experiencing. And I'm really excited to get back into it.
Oh, man. Well, a little bit of FOMO, yes, but don't worry, we've got a whole World Cup to embrace. So let's cross back to Harmony as he chats to some of Mzansi's football greats to hear their message for the boys, Bafana Bafana, to find out what it means to see the nation rallying behind this team. What a moment.
The excitement is building up here at Honor HQ. We wishing South Africa all the best as the boys are about to play Mexico. We know that Honor is all about technology, but today is also about football. And judging from the atmosphere here, everyone is supporting Bafana Bafana all the way. We even have the likes of football legends such as Mark Williams, Morgan Gold. We even have Fabian McCarthy. It's amazing. They're all here to support the boys. Talents, a lot of people are very excited about what's going to happen on the 11th and the 18th of June. Tell us a little bit more about the watch parties.
We're definitely going to have two big watch parties, one in Gauteng at Mall of Africa and then the other one in KZN Pavilion Mall.
And who's going to be performing?
We're going to have Young Sana, we're going to have Mahu, we're going to have DJ Tira, Captain, Q Twins. It's a loaded event. People can actually expect to have some fun before the game.
My words of support is the 26 men that are there. Each and every one must have the belief. They must know that they're there on merit. Given a chance to play, they must be ready. They must fight for each other. They must leave everything on the field for each other. And I think the mentality needs to be 200%.
I know it's a lot of emotions, a lot of nerves coming in. Go out there. Take the occasion and enjoy, because that's the important thing. As long as you give 100%, we as the legends and the fans will be behind you guys.
I got to meet some of the legends as well, Bafana legends, football legends. There's creators here, staff from Honor as well, and Adidas, and it's a vibey event.
I think this one is for the consumers. We've always done things for our partners, but this one is specifically dedicated to the consumers. So for each and every goal that the boys are going to score, we are going to give away 100 prizes, each and every goal. So that's going to be a combination of both Honor and Adidas elements.
As the official technical sponsor for Bafana Bafana, what message do you have for the boys?
I'll just say a few words. Go fight for honor of the country.
Man, that was the encouragement we needed to take on tonight. A reminder again, 9 p.m. South African time, it all goes down. But there you saw it, from football challenges and unforgettable fan experiences to a shared passion for the beautiful game. Honor is proving that supporting Bafana Bafana is about more than just match day. It's about bringing the South African people together. Speaking of Mzansi, if you'd like to be part of the action, Honor's official watch parties are heading to both Johannesburg and Durban, promising even more excitement. Of course, that entertainment, great prizes and opportunities for fans to come and celebrate together. And what's more is that Honor is giving away 2 Bafana jerseys worth 1,600 Rand each. So if you want to get your hand on that, simply hop onto Expresso socials now and predict the final score of tonight's SA versus Mexico game. All I'm saying is that we're going to win, and if you don't say it, you might not get a jersey. Terms and conditions can be found on expressoshow.com.
So yes, Thalia and Shakira very kindly offered to stick around and humble us right now. So we're going to start something new in honor of honor. We want to prove our honor where it matters most on our little, I want to call this like a stadium. Okay, because it is. It's going to have that kind of energy. The FIFA World Cup kicks off tonight, and we want to bring some of that energy here. Over the next 6 weeks, we're going to have a lot of fun living and breathing football. It's going to be tough in the work lane, I get that. But this means plenty of football guests are going to be joining us on the show. So how do we test them? How do we rank them? Well, football fans are never short of opinions, but do they have the skills to back up all that talking? Well, over the next 6 weeks, we are going to find out and, yes, be humbled. We're going to be putting our guest to the test with a 30-second juggling challenge. Okay, but with the feet. The aim is simple, rack up as many keep-ups as possible before the clock runs out. It's keepy-uppy, girls. We know, okay? Every touch of the ball counts towards your total score, but we're going to take the edge off, okay? If you do lose control, you just got to get going quickly again. It's going to be on total taps. So if you make a mistake, you obviously lose crucial seconds, but bearing in mind, not everyone doing this is going to be a professional footballer. So we thought, like, Scotty's here from Woolworths. We can't just force him to do that without... Okay, let's have it. Okay, we gave you a humbling example to look at. Maybe you can give some advice here. When you, yeah, that's... You see, I did that already this morning, so I kind of feel like it's a bit played out. It's a little bit old,
Yeah,
you know. I don't want to be like... And they say you must never show off in front of your guests as well. Like, that's just rude. What do you focus on? Because you guys must do this as warm-up drills to kind of get the eye and get the body in. What do you focus on?
I think just staying in control of the ball, because I think when you stay in control of the ball, especially doing it before training, before a game, it really helps so that when you do have to trap the ball, you do have to pass the ball,
It's
you do have to
intuitive.
control
Yeah,
the
it's
ball,
just there.
you've already prepared for it.
So what you're saying is I'm doomed. There's just no hope for me. Just do it or don't do it, basically, is the way. Are you good at this? Is this something that you comfortably...
I can try. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Not
bad.
Okay, so we're going to give you 30 seconds each. Okay.
You're going first.
I will go first.
Okay, yeah, set the tone first.
I'm going to set the benchmark
Don't
for
put us under
everybody.
pressure.
See, the problem is, do you know why? Because you do it without picking the ball up with your hands, and that's already now gives you a sense. Okay, so I'm going to give an example
of what we should do.
I'm just giving myself some extra gears. Just hang on.
Good.
The reality sunk in that Bafana's about to play one of their biggest matches ever tonight. Okay, I'm going to do this now. See, now I'm chewing into your 30 seconds. Okay, so when do we start the clock? Do you start the clock and then I try to attempt to pick the ball up with my foot? Go for it. And in. 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Wait, no, you can keep going, hey. But you got to do a dance or something in the background to distract me or to distract them. I'm just going to go, wait. Whoa.
Yes, and here's
You
another
are
ball.
allowed
Here's
to
another
kick
ball.
back. You are allowed to kick back, Rudy. I want to get it just once with the foot. Okay,
1,
bearing
2,
in mind,
3.
I will take 5 touches. That's it.
Are you giving up?
No, that's it. That's the end of the time. It's the 30 seconds done. So you can see.
Already? That was
it's
so
tough.
big.
Okay, very tough.
It's tough out there on these streets, okay?
Need some.
I don't think I deserve another sip. Have a sip. You see what it does for your footballing skills.
I think I need it.
Okay, so what are you thinking? 30 seconds, you can do what? 20, at least.
Yeah, for sure.
At least.
At least 20. Perfect.
I feel like I should be doing push-ups on the side or something, just to... All right. No pressure.
At all.
It's not like your entire team, both teams, are looking at you right now.
Okay.
It starts in 3, 2, 1. Go for it. It's the energy go. I told you. I hope Shakira is counting, because we're going to have to rely on your honor.
Pressure.
1 and close.
61.
Yeah, I know the pressure's
My word. Sure. Okay, maybe you should have gone first. I don't know.
Yeah,
that was quite something.
Hey, she's
Come on,
putting me
girl.
under pressure.
But this is the game, and
No
you've got to be.
pressure
I've seen
at
you.
all.
I've seen you on the field. I know what you're capable of. Right. Phew. I don't know why I'm so nervous about
Okay,
this.
let's go.
3, 2, 1. Go for it. This music makes me nervous as well. It doesn't help, eh?
That was the countdown.
Oh. I'd love to know what you're telling yourself in your head right now. Yo, she's upping the frequency. I think she's smelling blood in the water. She knows. Sure.
Keep going.
1 and done. Oh.
Good job.
And did you count?
I think it was 60.
Can we call it a draw? Because that was amazing.
Good job.
Okay, so we've had 61
Yes.
and officially 56.
Okay.
I'll give you the extra 3 at the end there because that was just so cool. And you didn't touch it with your hands. That was amazing, guys. Thank you so much. Can we get a round of applause? Oh, boy, I think it's going to be challenging for the rest of our guests now as they come through this space. It is so cool that we have had you here today. Thank you for being a part of this energy. Good luck tonight. What are you going to do? Where are you going to be watching the game?
Not sure, still deciding.
Hiding behind a couch somewhere.
Probably home with teammates to get the gears going.
Yeah, I need very few people around me when I watch football, like high-stakes football I struggle with. Thank you so much. Enjoy this journey. We're going to soak up some amazing football over the coming weeks. I know you've still got some varsity action to sink your teeth into as well, so stay safe. And just keep doing what you're doing. We absolutely love you. And I have a feeling we're going to see them quite a bit over the coming weeks. Why? Because the World Cup is here. If you aren't filled with the gears now, well, you never will. So I'm going to, I don't know which one was yours.
You take the...
Grab yours. You have earned those at the very least. Hopefully, we will be raising many more tonight when Bafana get their magical moment. Every Powerade is your shot to win FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. It's not too late. If you sip it and you scan it, score it. Power your fate with Powerade. All the best of luck and T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back. We are celebrating Father's Day. It is knocking. It is around the corner. And it's about celebrating our dads or father figures. And what better way to do that than with a delicious brunch the whole family can enjoy. Now, of course, we brought in the best in the biz. Chef Scott Parker is here to share an easy self-serving brunch idea using some of Woolworth's absolute favorites. So welcome back, Chef, and thanks for being here. I drifted into the kitchen because of the smell and the deliciousness in front of me. This looks incredible. I don't think dads necessarily ask for brunch.
We don't, but we would love it.
But you would love it, right?
Especially in bed on Father's Day, for sure. Yeah, especially if it looked like this. I mean, who wouldn't want all of this?
So you're in bed surrounded by platters. Is that like the ideal morning?
I think it certainly is. I mean, and here we've got such an array of different things. So over here is the high protein. This is the gym goer. This is me. This is my world.
I love that.
A little bit of carb, but lots of protein. Crispy bacon, smoked trout, which we've just is amazing. Boerenkaas, which is my favourite cheese.
Oh, that cheese,
That's got cumin in it. And these guys, these are our high-protein milks.
Okay.
Really great for just like on the go, a little bit of a snack, just getting that protein in. And fun fact, we do our high-protein milk, which you can put into your tea and your coffee and your cereal.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you got to get your gains wherever you can.
Well, I'm learning today.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's for the gym dads.
The gym dad. Then this is for the
fun dads.
This is very juxtaposed, actually. This is from yin and the yang.
Absolutely.
So we got the scones. These are the ones straight from our in-store bakeries. So they're fresh, they're soft, they're pillowy.
Oh, I love a scone.
Crepes, pancakes, whichever country you're from, delicate and thin. What I like to do a little bit kinky is take the bacon, some of this and some maple syrup, a bit of a sweet, savoury,
like chicken and waffles,
salty,
but crepes and bacon.
Exactly. And of course, a croissant.
Croissant.
You can't have breakfast without croissant. Top that with some berries and some cream.
Oh my gosh, you're speaking my language here. Okay, let's see what's going on this side.
Now, this is a bit more adventurous. So, you smashed avocado. Avocados perfectly in season. Smash those up, little bit of seasoning, and then top it with this guy. This is their chili crunch.
Standard.
Lovely texture. Have you had this before?
Absolutely.
Who hasn't? Well, probably lots of people.
Well, get it for your dad if he hasn't tried this just yet.
And for Christmas, a nice stocking filler.
Oh, we should start saving now for 6 months' time.
Invest, but it lasts long.
Can we talk about this? Eggs.
These eggs look delicious. They've just been like poached and baked almost.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just seasoned nicely, very simple, and an array of delicious biltongs. I think there's a Wagyu biltong here, and then we've just got a finish with some cream cheese and crispy onions. So why don't you go ahead and pick what you like, or let me do it for you, actually.
Do you know what I like, Skies?
Tell me.
You can guess.
No,
I would love to see where you go with this.
Here we go. We're going straight for the middle.
Yeah, I did tell him that that's actually my favorite one. Oh my gosh, how good is this?
Do you want a bit of everything?
Yes, I do want a bit of everything.
Let's
Love a
just-
bagel too.
a bagel.
Why is brunch a good option? Like, why should we be leaning more towards this than like a traditional lunch or a dinner for our dads?
You know what? It's quite funny because as soon as I walked in, this gentleman here told me he's fasting, and a lot of people do fast. They fast. So you
until
kinda
12
get to,
or
till 12. So everyone's salivating now, looking at all this food. But you can push that out a little bit more and have a more sustainable sort of meal, and then you sort of skip lunch and then have a smaller dinner. So I love brunch because you kind of get away with everything. You can have sweet, sour, savoury, and it's just one of those meals that you can have. And it can just be delicious.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
really
I love a
is.
brunch, and usually we would associate ladies that brunch, but I think our men and dad and father figures can also brunch. Some of your favorite items, am I allowed to ask you? Wait, what's that you're putting on?
This is some nice whipped cream here.
Wow.
Or clotted cream, rather.
very glossy.
It
That's
is. So, or I always start with that, and if you've got some jam, you put the jam on next. It's controversial.
Yes.
Some people put jam and then the cream.
What's the right order? The cream
I
first?
believe cream first.
I believe you
that's the
because
way
of
I've
your
been doing
accent.
it. So, exactly, yeah. That's the way the queen does it.
Exactly.
So that's the way I do it.
Oh, yum, and
look,
some
Lovely, some
raspberries.
raspberries. We'll do a raspberry one,
I
and this
love
one could
that.
be a blueberry one. And you know what? Let's just go wild. A little bit of maple syrup.
Just a touch,
Why
just
not?
a touch.
Why not? It's
Touch
from
of
Canada.
sweetness as well. You're making this look so pretty
Look at that, and we're
too.
just a little drizzle.
Okay, don't
not too
distract me
much.
because I did have a question. What's your favorite pick?
So I really do love a salty sweet combination. So I would probably start with something like that, or pretend, because we're talking on TV, but behind the curtain I'd have a bit of that, bit of that, bit of that. And just, that sweet, salty combination and the crispy bacon with a soft, pillowy crepe. These are already made for you. So you buy
Oh,
these.
those are pre-made.
You buy them already, and you just
How
simply warm them up.
convenient.
So it's that, everything's really simple.
Yeah.
You don't have to overthink it. And there's
You don't have to
options
spend
for
too much
everyone.
time in the kitchen either.
There's more time in the gym. So, or
More
in bed,
time to
cuddling the
lift.
kids.
And we could lift your kids.
Yes, you can, especially if you eat all that.
Exactly. Oh, I love this. Okay, so we've got, almost call it a crumpet. What is this called?
So that's
it's
a scone, yeah.
with the cream and the
Cream,
berries.
we've got berries. We've just
Maple
finished it with some
syrup.
maple syrup, which is absolutely delicious. I mean, you can have a bit of whipped cream on there as well.
I'm going to pour you a
High protein drink.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
okay.
options that we have, banana, strawberry, and chocolate. You give me strawberry.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm
Okay.
a banana
that was
guy.
a test. You
I'm
are a banana guy.
man.
I knew
I'm
it.
A banana man.
He knows what he's about, okay?
And you can mix them up and have chocolate and banana.
Is that what you like?
No, I don't. But you
Okay.
could if that's what you were
If that's-
trying to
we
do.
don't judge here. We
But
listen, we don't
The
judge.
banana is my favourite flavour. It's because it's got such a great banana flavour. So I buy
That's
this
what-
quite often. Finish at the gym, stop by Woolies, pick one of these up. And
Put a
drink
straw
it.
in it and just go about your
That is it.
day.
Yeah, you don't even need ice.
That texture is perfect too.
Have a taste.
So that's yours.
Okay, you don't want one.
And
Can I
this is
pour you
mine.
one?
Okay, what am I giving?
You a strawberry.
I have a strawberry.
Are you? Are you though?
No, I really do love
Oh,
strawberry.
okay, good.
Vanilla and strawberry,
So I'm
like,
getting it right
go
here.
to. Okay, and then I'll have my little crumpet. Oh, why do I keep calling it a crumpet? What is a crumpet?
These actually, we should be sending these to Mexico for the players. These would be great. I bet.
It's
why
so
don't we
good
give them
during
to
halftime.
The girls, exactly.
So during netball, I used to bring on oranges for all the girls because I was the reserve waiting for my turn. This would be the perfect thing. In between, while we wait for the second half, the Bafana players can enjoy
So a real
some
team
strawberry
player.
milk. It was.
A real team player, and that's important. Everybody plays their role.
Let's cheers.
Cheers.
This one is for the dads and father figures. Happy Father's Day, Scott.
Thank you very much.
Ooh, that's nostalgic.
Isn't it? It's almost like a Steri Stumpy, better.
Yes, agreed.
And it gives you protein, so it's a healthy version.
10 out of 10 Woolworths, but you already knew that. We love to see it. So many beautiful options for every kind of dad as well. So whether your dad loves savory flavors, a hearty protein-packed breakfast like our Scott over here, or a little something sweeter, Woolworths has something for literally every dad and father figure. So shop these and more in-store, online, and of course on the Woolworths app.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back, which has been your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we'll pump in some more Feel Good going forward. Expresso right here on S3. It's just a moment before we hit the top of the hour, and you know what that means? We've got to update you with your national and international news headlines to close off the day, and we've had some headlines coming through, so let's get started here straight in Mzansi, where Public Works and Infrastructure Minister Dean McPherson says that government continues to spend about 6 billion rand annually on private leases despite owning extensive land and property assets. Now, McPherson said many lease agreements show possible non-compliance with laws and regulations, prompting calls for stronger oversight and reforms. Now, we also highlighted concerns at the property management trading entity, citing mounting financial pressure. Meanwhile, a departmental audit has identified about 60 suspected ghost employees, mainly in KwaZulu-Natal, who allegedly received salaries for years without reporting for duty. In other national news, the Department of Women, Youth and Persons with Disabilities has described the rising mental health crisis among men and boys as a silent national emergency, noting that nearly 80% of recorded suicides in South Africa involve men. Marking Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, authorities are calling for urgent, coordinated action to tackle depression, anxiety, substance abuse and suicide prevention. Now, stigma and entrenched social norms continue to discourage men from seeking help, while campaigners urge that awareness efforts be matched with improved access to support services. Let's take a look further afield now at your international news making headlines, with Ghana's economy accelerated in the first quarter of 2026, with growth driven largely by the services sector, and that's according to data released yesterday. Now, gross domestic product rose by 6.4% year on year, up from a revised 6.2% in the same period last year. The services and industrial sectors remain the main engines of expansion, while agriculture continues to support livelihoods and food security. Now, Ghana, a key gold, oil and cacao producer, is recovering from its most severe economic crisis in decades as inflation trends show gradual stabilization. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump has warned that the United States could strike Iran again if, quote, very hard if a peace deal is not reached, raising fears of further escalation after one of the most serious exchanges in 2 months. Now, the threat follows continued hostilities between the two countries, despite a tentative ceasefire in April and ongoing diplomatic efforts to end a 3-month conflict. Recent attacks have included U.S. strikes on Iranian air defense and radar sites near the Strait of Hormuz and Iranian missile responses on regional U.S. bases. Let's close up with some Gees now, talking about South Africa, who's bracing for a wave of excitement as Bafana step into their opening World Cup match against host Mexico at 9 p.m. tonight, with fans across the country uniting in hopeful anticipation. Now, the squad has sparked renewed optimism after recent strong performances, with supporters expecting a spirited display of both pride and teamwork on football's biggest global stage. Now, from township streets to city fan parks, the green and gold jersey is set to dominate conversations as families prepare for the late night kickoff. Now, win or lose, the occasion is being embraced as a moment of national pride and unity, reflecting the country's enduring love for the beautiful game as World Cup fever takes hold. Don't forget to put those predictions on @expressoshow.com. And of course, you still stand a chance to win a Bafana jersey. That's where we leave your 8 o'clock news. Let's get into your final bit of sports.
Oh, you know, I love it when a World Cup comes around because the sport starts hijacking the news, and we love it. But yes, the wait is almost over. The 2026 FIFA World Cup officially kicks off tonight in North America, going to be played across 3 countries. In fact, in the next 6 weeks, 48 nations will be doing battle across 104 matches, starting with Bafana taking on Mexico in the opening showdown, a repeat of our 2010 opener. Let's hope for a result this time. Tonight's kickoff in Mexico City is at 9 o'clock South African time. Catch it all on SABC1 and SABC+. Now, we are getting a little indication of form going into this World Cup with the preparation matches. And they continued with some international friendlies last night. And obviously the window is now closed, but some messages sent. England look good. They head into the World Cup on a high after a confidence-boosting 3-0 win over Costa Rica. Anthony Gordon, their local Geordie lad, making good, getting one of those goals. Then, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo leading Portugal to a 2-1 victory over Nigeria. Is this his year? He needs that GOAT status. It's going to be an incredible World Cup all round. But let's bring it back home for a no less nervy moment in football as Cape Town City FC and Magesi FC played out to a 1-1 draw in the PSL promotion playoff clash yesterday. So that result sadly confirms that City will remain in the Motsepe Foundation Championships for the next season, while Magesi, they keep their PSL hopes very much alive with 1 match remaining, but nothing less than a victory will be enough when they face off against Milford FC this coming Saturday. Good luck to both teams. Now let's get back into Formula One, and this time, as much as we've had amazing action on the track, this one meaning a lot off the track moving forward. Formula One's governing body has now approved significant power unit changes for 2027 and 2028. This following concerns from drivers themselves about excessive energy management under the current regulations. I think going through a bit of a growth phase now, the planned balance of 53% combustion power and 47% electric power is going to shift to a 58-42 split in 2027, and then it'll shift to a 60-40 split in favor of the combustion engine in 2028. I think at least we can still control the power in combustion, but that's where we leave our sport for now. You can keep that green and gold fever going. Bafana again in action tonight. Mexico, 9 o'clock. Catch it live, SABC 1 or SABC Plus. Let's get into our Klein Vrydag weather.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. Let's see how we can prepare you for the days ahead. We get started in Polokwane, where your Thursday brings you mostly sunny skies. Now, let's have a look at your temperatures. It ranges between a low of 7 degrees and a high of 24. Now, you can expect mainly sunny skies in the upcoming days, with tomorrow's temperatures ranging from a brisk 9 degrees to a pleasant 27. That brings us over to Klerksdorp, where today brings you sunny skies, and that will be accompanied by gentle northwesterly winds. Now, your temperatures begin at a low of 6 and reach a high of 22 degrees today. And looking at the days ahead, expect mostly sun-filled skies with daytime highs peaking in those mid-20s. All right, Pretoria, you're up next, where you'll look up to mostly sunny skies today. Now, your temperatures range between a low of 8 degrees and a high of 21. And in the days ahead, expect sunny skies with daytime highs moving into those low 20s, reaching the mid-20s by the weekend. Up in the city of gold, out in Johannesburg, expect a drizzly start to the morning before conditions do improve. Now, your temperatures start from a cold 7 degrees, but it does rise to a high of 18. And from tomorrow going into the weekend, expect some sunny skies with temperature highs reaching those lower 20s. Into Mbombela we go now, where skies will remain partly cloudy throughout your day today. Temperatures will move from a chilly 10 to a warmer 23 degrees. Now, looking at the days ahead, it does bring you bright and sunny skies with temperatures peaking tomorrow at 27 degrees as your high. That low is sitting at 11. In the beautiful Bloemfontein, it's mostly sunny skies that sets the tone for this Thursday. Temperatures rise from a freezing 4 degrees to a high of 20. Now, tomorrow does bring you some sunny skies with cloud cover gradually moving in as temperatures rise from a low of 3 to that high of 21. And then out in Richards Bay, your morning starts off cool but also damp. There'll be some light morning rain coming through. Temperatures range between a cool 14 but warms up to 27 as your high. And you should make the most of tomorrow's sunshine as wet days are ahead heading into the weekend. And then in South Africa's playground out in Durban, morning clouds will gradually clear to some sunny skies by this afternoon. Let's delve into your temperatures now. A low of 13 to a high of 27 awaits you. But it's mostly cloudy skies that will dominate the coming days, with a rain forecast from Saturday sitting at 30% going into next week. All right, Mtata, on your side of town, the day remains pleasant under partly cloudy skies. Your temperatures, your minimum sitting at 7 degrees and your max at 26 today. And the outlook remains mainly cloudy, with tomorrow's temperatures sitting between 9 and 26. That brings us to Uba, formerly known as Cradock. Your day starts off cloudy, clearing as the day does progress. Now, that will be accompanied by noticeable northwesterly winds, so do take heed. With temperatures moving between a low of 7 and a high of 23 degrees, the skies will remain a bit grey, and that will be defining of the upcoming days. And then to Kugompo City we go, formerly East London. You'll look up to some sunny skies throughout Thursday, with temperatures sitting between 12 and 26. Now, you can expect a shift to cloudier skies in the coming days, with rain on the cards as we approach the weekend at 40%. Ebeja, on your side of town, it's partly cloudy skies that are on the cards for today. Temperatures will move between a low of 11 and a high of 24 degrees. And there will be a low of 12 and a high of 19 expected for tomorrow, with skies remaining mainly cloudy, with rain forecast from the weekend onwards. And then out in the gorgeous George, partly cloudy skies lead your way today. Your temperatures will range from a low of 11 to a high of 19 degrees. And as we look ahead, cloudy days are far from over, with wet and cooler conditions expected from tomorrow going into Saturday. And then out in the mother city in Cape Town, a foggy morning will transition to cloudy skies with winds reaching 27 kilometers per hour. Temperatures will move between 13 and 17. Now, partly cloudy skies will dominate the coming days, with scattered showers developing at intervals in between. That brings us over to Sutherland next, where on your side today brings you mostly sunny skies with noticeable northwesterly winds. Temperatures range between a cold 3 and a high of 17 degrees. Now, you can expect colder days ahead, with highs staying below 12 degrees, while the conditions remain mostly cloudy through to next week. And then out in Kimberley, sunny conditions dominate the forecast today. Temperatures rise from a low of 6 to a high of 23 degrees. Now, sunny conditions will slowly turn cloudier over the coming days, while temperatures peak in those low to mid-20s. And then the final stop on this bus is out in Uppington, where skies remain largely sunny as the day progresses. Temperatures start from a cold 4 and rises to a warmer 27 degrees. Now, tomorrow brings you mainly partly cloudy skies, with temperatures moving between a low of 4 and a high of 22 degrees. Quite chilly for Uppington, but the weekend does remain the same when it comes to your highs, and that's where we leave your temperatures. Before we get into our 8 a.m. sunrise, let's do a little bit of a 6 and 7 a.m. recap. Now, first and foremost, KZN came through strong. Isaac Nkiza out in Nklakzuka sent this beautiful morning view, bless you, and it was an absolutely beautiful, beautiful one at that too. Meanwhile, at 7 o'clock, Ganobi, East London was represented through the eyes of Keith Dyer, our family, who snapped this unbelievable view. I honestly know it's a little bit chilly, but I would dive straight into that water. Beautifully, beautifully represented. And then finally, could it be the best among them? Mervyn Fenner, our family out in PMB, Peter Maritzburg, captured this. I mean, 10 out of 10. I've got no complaints. Every single one of you did an incredible job of making sure that your side of town is represented well. And I will say, super proud of you. We still have tomorrow to get into. I do fear that the bar has been reached and you won't extend past that. But let's see, 0630369649.
Excuse my sneezing fit, but I think it was all the pollen from those photos because they were so fresh and outdoorsy.
They were beautiful.
My worry is that Mervyn's quit his job and now all he does is just prepare to take the most amazing photos in the morning because he just ramps it up each week.
Every time. It's worth it, Mervyn. Well done.
Mr.
You made
Fenner.
the right decision.
Mr. Fenner, we're going to call him because he's the boss this morning. We want to boss it in our own space. We want to protect our money, protect our story. We've had the most empowering, actually, if I think of how many times I've saved myself over the last few months from being scammed and how uneducated clearly I was, despite having all of this information at my hands, because scammers are just so good.
And they're getting even better. I mean, recently we had Orca on the show as well, who made it their life's work to spot the scammers. And I was like, you know what? All of us are vulnerable. So over the past few months, ABSA has helped sharpen our scam spotting skills. Thank you to them. Through the campaign, Protect Your Money, Protect Your Story, just equipping us with the knowledge to spot the signs, stay alert, and protect our money and our stories.
So we're going to kind of bring it all together by revisiting some of the biggest digital threats that have certainly come to bear in our world so that we can stay one step ahead. So we think about the drivers. So they use fear, often that urgency, and when there's urgency and banking put together, the critical mind just disengages for some reason. We don't think about what we're doing. Another tool, the incentive. Now, when you're playing in crypto spaces, I know nothing. And I heard a guy yesterday, I made 25 G's and da-da-da. I can guarantee you the person making 25 Gs in crypto ain't talking about it online in that way.
Silently making moves.
I've been used in a fake video to drive it. Katlejo has been
I've seen
used.
Kat's one, yeah.
And his one went crazy because people are like, this kid is switched on and he does have a great financial background. It wasn't him. It had nothing to do with the conversation they were talking about.
That's terrifying.
It was so compelling. It took me a while I had to remind myself that what I was looking at was fake.
Oh my gosh. AI also being a big driver behind all of this is not making it any easier. So do you ever think that in a world full of advanced digital finance opportunities, promising quick profits could actually be carefully designed scams to steal your money? I mean, we didn't think so.
Well, it would be the first jumping off point because people are desperate. Everyone's looking for that,
in this
that
economy,
break, just a little bit of something. But it's amazing. Once we call it confirmation bias in our space. Once you've already kind of gotten 90% of the way there, all you need is someone to just push you over the edge. And they know this. And now they've got the might of AI programs pushing these buttons,
and
tracking,
targeting you specifically. It is terrifying, but don't worry, there is light at the end of the tunnel. These scams promise high or guaranteed returns, often through fake investment platforms or cryptocurrency schemes. So I guess the light at the end of the tunnel is that we will provide you with the knowledge.
Yeah, and speak to your bank. If you've got any questions, speak to your bank. There will be an Opit chatbot, AI doing the right things. You can speak to a human if you need to speak to a human.
Right.
But what I'm loving, and it kind of came to bear chatting to the engineers that we had on the show with their startup, that banks are now using technology as much to protect money as they are to create wealth. It almost seems to be even more of a pressure point right now. So make sure you're educated. We don't all have to become experts in tech and AI. If anything, we've just got to become better human beings to work alongside these things. And thankfully, we've got good human beings kind of in our corner for this.
And we've been learning a lot. Also, scammers use fake testimonials and pressure tactics to make victims invest quickly, only to disappear with the money. And that trust aspect, I think, above all, is the biggest one, right? Once you have that, you are in.
And trust me, once you've crossed that line and that money's gone.
Sure.
It is, and I've listened to people in a police station trying to explain. It was an elderly couple who had lost everything. And there was no jumping off point. The world isn't ready for this level of cybercrime yet. So the banks have to be, and we have to be. You've just got to educate yourself. It's as simple as that. And as we always say, we reinforce this. Just by having the conversation, you are something like 95% safer. Just by being aware. So that's what this looks like. Brilliant.
And staying one step ahead of scammers starts with small actions. Spot the signs like we've mentioned. Stay alert. And of course, most importantly, share what you know with friends and family. If in doubt, contact ABSA on this number at 0860-557-557. Or they have a website you can visit, absa.africa, for more safety tips to protect your money and protect your story.
And now, just as an added gravitas here, ABSA's Protect Your Money, Protect Your Story campaign has taught us to spot a scam before it spots us. And now you could be rewarded for it. You stand a chance of winning one of 5 2,000 Rand cash prizes. Now, I've got your attention. Here's how you do it.
Over the past few months, ABSA has helped sharpen your scam spotting skills through the Protect Your Money, Protect Your Story campaign, giving you the knowledge to stay alert and protect your money and your story. As a thank you for being on this journey with us, Expresso and ABSA are giving you the chance to win one of 5 2,000 Rand cash prizes. Head to Expresso's social platforms. Tell us why you'd recommend ABSA for secure banking, tag a friend and use hashtag Protect Your Money and hashtag Your Story Matters. Closes 12 June 2026. T's and C's apply.
Wow, take a deep breath. I've certainly taken a few when this news hit home for me. Runners of Mzansi, in fact, all of Mzansi. This is the moment we have been waiting for, we have been praying for, we have been working incredibly hard for. For years, the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon has been chasing a place amongst the Abbott World Marathon majors, the big guns, an elite group that includes some of the most iconic races on the planet. And history has now been made. The Sanlam Cape Town Marathon has officially been named the 8th Abbott World Marathon Major. Oh man, we have spoken about this so many times in this space. I'm saying it's the manifestation right there. And Nkoseli Mbomvu, Executive Group External Relations at the Sanlam Group, must be exploding with excitement. You must have felt like, first of all, welcome, my friend. Can we get another round of applause? You must have felt like you had a baby on the way and then you couldn't tell anyone. What was the feeling like? Can you put it into words when the official mark the word came through?
Well, first of all, Graham, thank you so much for this opportunity and greetings to all the viewers. I just cannot actually put it in words. As you can see that I'm smiling from ear to ear.
I feel like crying, man.
But, you know, given the sweat, given the work, given everything that has actually happened, we basically just cannot actually contain the words. We are so excited. And it has actually finally come. And yes, it is major.
It is major. I was joking. I mean, the dad jokes are flying around. I'm like, this is big. And then everyone's like, no, it's major.
It's major.
But it is. Eliud Kipchoge ran his first marathon on African soil. And I got to speak to him for about an hour afterwards. It was one of the greatest moments of his life. Yeah. He placed 16th. Yeah, albeit he was 4 minutes behind the fastest record-setting time. But for him, it was the fact that his wife had run.
Yes.
The fact that he was surrounded by first-time marathon runners. This is a massive plug-in. But let's talk about the top tier here.
Yes.
Why is this such a major advancement for the country, for what we've been trying to achieve? Why is this so significant?
I think this is very significant, Graham, not only for South Africa, not only for Sanlam, but for the continent at large.
Completely.
If you look in terms of all the greatest runners in terms of the marathons are basically coming from the continent, 80% of them. But there's never been a platform where they can be able to compete at home.
Eliud ran his first marathon on African soil a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, and that is why I'm saying that this is actually significant. It actually gives, it is a proud moment, it is a humbling moment, but also most importantly, it actually gives those runners an opportunity just to showcase at their backyard in terms of what they've actually been doing across the globe. Now, to be part of creating that stage, a world stage, where you can actually be able to compete against the rest of the world. I mean, global people, like you look at Boston Marathon, you look at Berlin, in your own backyard. Imagine what that does.
Well, it forms a part of the Olympic journey. It's that important. When Eliud was talking about breaking the 2-hour mark, these runners see themselves collectively as the tip of the running spear on that elite level. They need to have the opportunities, but more importantly, the African child needs to see that this continent is worth having this interest, because most of the athletic marathon talent in the world is housed on our continent.
I think, Graham, you kind of actually brought a nice perspective in terms of the Eliud and all the other people and actually the greats. That's just imagine what this platform does for an ordinary lad that is actually in Secunda, that is actually in Kenya, that is actually in Addis Ababa, who's actually looking at this and saying, this is not only just a dream, this now becomes a possibility. I mean, our continent has been known for everything else, but now this is actually setting the bar at the very highest level. And we're so proud to have actually been part of this particular platform.
I know Bafana are about to play tonight, so that's probably making me a bit emotional. I've had some Banyana girls in here. We've had soccer grassroots with future stars. So I'm feeling the power of sport. With this, I'm feeling a different kind of power. So I'm gonna lean into the words of someone that we know very well, who does also understand the power of sport. Oh, captain, my captain. Let's hear how Francois Pienaar is feeling about this amazing major moment.
Good morning to everyone in the Expresso studio, especially MK representing the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon. 14 years ago, we set off on this dream to become a world major marathon. I think people raised their eyebrows. Sanlam became our partner, and I just want to thank everybody that's played a role in the last 13 years in building this dream. Don't want to single out anybody in particular because I think it would be unfair. The announcement that the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon will be an Abbott World Marathon Major is massive. It's massive for Cape Town, for our runners, for the continent. And I don't think people realize the impact that this is going to have on running in South Africa. So hugely proud that we are now part of the big league and look forward to seeing everybody applying to run the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon next year, a world major marathon.
Oh, man. And I'm sure Francois, knowing his love of the PR train and how hard he has worked alongside you to do it. I mean, you're getting an honourable mention from a World Cup winning captain there, so you know that you have played your part. I was going to say a message to South Africa, but I think a message to your team, to the Sanlam team, who have not let go. And maybe holding the line is the most important thing that a South African can do these days. How proud are you right now? What do you want to say to your team?
I think, Graham, let me first say our purpose is empowering generations to be financially confident, secure, and prosperous. To the team, to build a dream of this magnitude, it actually takes time. It takes patience. It takes courage. I mean, if you look in terms of the setbacks that we needed to deal with, but we never gave up, I really would like to say kudos to everybody that has actually been involved. It took the nation. I think it was a small price to pay for all the people that were inconvenienced by the parking spaces that were taken.
We'll do it
to
any
now
day.
become the major. To my team, to everybody, to the clerk, together with Francois and everybody that has actually been involved. The city of Cape Town, that kind of actually created a world stage. I think we need to take it in, a world stage.
The biggest.
And the biggest, where people can actually come and experience what we can offer to the world, which is actually, we've got very big hearts. I also just want to take this moment and wish Bafana
Come on.
everything of the best.
Come on, boys.
Kudos to them.
MK, we are so proud. We love this. This for us in TV land, when authentic emotion meets big commercial. And I say big commercial because the secondary spend that's going to happen around this, it's not just about implanting that in future generations. This generation is going to benefit from it. The city is going to benefit. The continent is going to benefit. But I love the fact that the individual, every runner that gets to plug into this, gets to have the most magical experience. So thank you so much, my friend. Well done. I think we might need to do this every day just to get these feelings out of us, because the longer I sit with this, the more I understand how unbelievably important this is, not just for running, but for African sports and for South African kids right now. Doors have been opened. And hopefully we'll see Elliot come back next year.
No, African Champions Unite, that was actually our theme for this. And obviously, we are really, really, really super excited. And let us own it. And this is our moment. Africa, this is our time. And Cape Town, all the best.
Oh, man. Well, let's keep that title in South Africa as well. Whether you are an elite athlete like the many that we have seen coming out to South Africa recently, or maybe just a first-time runner, a weekend warrior, a volunteer, or even just a supporter on the sidelines, the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon has always represented something bigger than the sport. And now it's been recognized. A celebration of resilience. We got back up again. Possibility and the belief that Africa belongs on the world's biggest stages. Maybe we are the biggest stage in the world right now. That belief is now a reality. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, Graham.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, this Father's Day, Woolworths is making family time just a little bit more fun with matching Star Wars sleepwear for our dads and father figures and their mini-me's, of course. From movie nights to slow winter mornings, these twinning looks bring together comfort, but also, most importantly, nostalgia with a touch of galactic adventure along the way. Because when it comes to family style, the force is strong with this one. Now, sleepwear buyer from Woolworths, Tsepo Moloko, is here to tell us a little bit more. Tsepo, welcome and thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me.
You missed the opportunity to wear a gown.
I mean,
that would have been great.
It's never too late.
It's
We can
never
always do
too
that
late.
afterwards.
You're completely right. Well, coming up, you know, we've got colder seasons that are setting in. It's already getting a bit chillier. And of course, we need sleepwear. So what are some of the key differences when it comes to sleepwear at Woolworths in particular?
Wow, where do I start? I mean, with Woolworths, it always starts with the fabric.
That's right.
Fabric first approach. It's about the key intrinsics of what makes our fabrics special. We source our fabrics sustainably and ethically, and I think that's what makes us really special. So it's something that we incorporate throughout our sleepwear offering, and you will see in terms of the technology that is put behind. There's a science and thought process that goes in each of those fabrications.
I love that. So we can rest assured.
Definitely.
We can rest knowing that we're taken care of. I also love, and I've been seeing it everywhere, that matching sleepwear is a thing. Not only on ourselves, but with our little daughters or sons. I think that's so cute for dads and kids to be matching. But what makes twinning with dads such a fun moment to celebrate for Father's Day?
I think what's great about this is the fact that Father's Day is about celebrating those people, the individuals that play a tremendous part in our lives as father figures. And what better way to celebrate them than with the matching sets within sleepwear. And I think it's really something that just brings the families together, and it really plays a huge part in how we celebrate the dads this season.
And an opportunity to take photos. Take photos of our
Absolutely.
dads. It's always just the moms and the girly
The
moments.
cutest.
No, the dads also deserve to be documented, okay? And as you can see, I mean, all around Star Wars, it's having a big moment right now since its release and even beyond across generations. So why is this particular character such a cool thing to get on the pajamas too?
One word, nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
I think the dads that grew up with Star Wars have really been part of their lives, something that's been very specific in their lives. And I think it's about time that they share those experiences with their young ones. And I think Father's Day is a great opportunity to do that.
When we speak about legacy, it's like, well, this is
carrying the
carrying it
legacy.
on.
Yeah, it resonates.
It
very well.
resonates so
It resonates very
deeply.
well.
So let's see exactly what we're talking about. So we've got some Star Wars examples here. Do you want to swap and then you can take us through
Absolutely.
this?
So what we have within the collection in Star Wars, it's made up of 5 individual pieces in menswear specifically, but there's also a kids element that comes into that. What we wanted to focus on really just underpinned by a graphic direction of what makes Star Wars what it is, but really just underpinned with the black and white sort of monochromatic look.
Well, let's see. You can pull them out and we'll have a look. Because those pants are giving.
Beautiful AUP print with
Very
big
cool.
sort of like placement prints with this beautiful sage colorways.
Yeah.
And also we have what we were talking about earlier on in terms of the sets. This comes as a set in a black and white sort of like typeface and print direction.
I love that.
And
I love
it's
the green.
really
It's
just
giving Yoda also.
Yeah, I think we wanted to keep it very minimal, very clean, but really just talks to the nostalgia and what it means to really live within this character.
I love
And I think with the excitement that's coming up with the release of the franchise and what's coming up, it's really exciting to have this range put together within Woolworths. And I think it's gonna
The
resonate quite
Mandalorians would approve as well. I'm so here for it. Even the slippers. I
Even
mean,
the
look at Baby
slippers,
Yoda.
There is a whole range. There's also underwear offering and socks as well.
Oh my gosh,
So
look
there
at
is
that.
everything for everyone, and I think that's really, really, really great to get a gift for their fathers.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking about gifts, they say never give socks, but if
makes
it's
a
the Star Wars socks,
I mean, put
we're
together,
forgiven. Put it together.
Put it together. It's
I
a
love
great,
to
great,
see
great
that.
offering.
Well, let's bring in our models so we can see this in action. Kevin and Genesis are going to come
I mean,
on
how
through.
cute.
How adorable.
Absolutely, absolutely
Stop.
adorable.
You can stand on this side. Look at you guys matching, hey?
Exactly, and this is what we were talking about earlier on, bringing the family and carrying the legacy. This makes for great family pictures as well.
Yeah.
And the most interesting thing is that the biggest shopper within Woolworths is the woman. is the mother of the house. And this really just makes sense in terms of how they shop and their shopping patterns. They look at this and they just see a great photo opportunity for the dad and the young ones. So I
They
think
say it's giving. It's giving Star Wars. Well, you guys look amazing, matching father figures, and of course the kids with the slippers to match, and then the gown, of course. We love to see it, guys. Thank you so much for showing off and showing us exactly what this is about. Could you maybe choose a favorite pick of yours out of everything?
From the Star Wars?
Please do, yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, you like it's classic.
Love this. Typically in sleepwear, the lighter colors is something that a lot of people tend to shy away, but I think it just resonates really well with this character specifically.
I would
think that's one of my favorite.
And you know what? I can see dads wearing those pants outside the house. I'm not encouraging that behavior, but maybe that could be the case. Sipa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It has been incredible. So whether you are Team Jedi, Team Dad even, or a little bit of both, these matching sleepwear sets are a fun way to celebrate both family, but also create those special moments together. So shop this collection in store, online, and on the Woolworths app. And of course, may the force be with you. Plus, get 30% off men's sleepwear slippers and gowns when shopping online. Now, this offer ends today, and it's only available online at woolworths.co.za. And of course, T's and C's do apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
From the streets of Mzansi to the global stage, the fever is officially on, everybody, as the nation gears up to rally behind our boys. The soundtrack to our football dreams is finally here. We are joined by the hitmaker himself, the one and only Lindo. We'll be diving into his exciting new music and getting the exclusive on his brand new hot-pumping Bafana Bafana World Cup anthem, Sekuse Duze. Please give him a feel-good welcome to Expresso. Po, 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 po.
What a beautiful intro that.
I am obsessed with you. South Africa is obsessed with you. Your sound has been making waves across, our nation, and now you are ready to take it to the global stage. Walk us through this new release.
Okay, so I recorded the song a few weeks back, actually, produced by Boss Piani. So what happened was there was another song, with the gents. And then they're like, yo, brother, we've got this beat, and we think you can kill it. I'm like, okay, bring it on. They played it. Then after like 20 seconds, I'm like, I think we've got something here.
Yeah.
Recorded the song, but the aim wasn't basically, I'm doing a song for World Cup, because in a song there's not even one sentence where I mention Bafana Bafana or World Cup, but it's a soccer song. It gives you that vibe. Then recorded the song, then performed it at that event.
Yes,
You saw me at that
yes.
event. It was actually yeah, it was actually my first time performing the song, and the response was just amazing. Then I was like, okay, I think we've got something here.
Yeah.
Same day, I got gigs through that song. So yeah, it's one of those.
Oh my goodness, I love that song. And Yani, the reception was on point because people were singing along, dancing along. We were there clapping, having a good time.
And I saw you as well. You're dancing along.
Now, let's just dive into your sound over the years, nah? How would you say it has evolved, Iqlashin?
I think my sound is very unique, first of all. I think you'll notice if I'm performing after maybe an artist that does piano or that does maybe hip-hop. Like, I think it's because it's got that old school vibe.
Yeah.
Yes. So even the way I dress, I make sure I'm always within the image. You know, I'm full image. So yeah, and another thing is people, they really love my sound.
Yeah.
I think, and it's difficult to be different in this music industry because most of the guys, they're going that way and you're like, no, I'm taking this route. We'll meet there.
Now, as a football player yourself and a lover of the game, how did you manage to capture that high energy, you know, South African celebration vibe, while also making the song one that we can enjoy at a club?
Actually, it's a good thing you asked that question because there's something that's happening on my social media now. There are people that follows me for football. I'm not a professional footballer as much as I've played soccer. But there are people that are following me strictly for football because of those videos that are trending on your TikTok when I'm playing with on those celebrity games, and now releasing a song which is about soccer. So it's just making everything is just aligning.
Yeah.
You know.
How do you harness that South African energy? Do you take on like the general atmosphere of where we are as a country and then from that perspective, or do you believe like like Tina, we have endless hope, we believe anything is possible?
In order for me to write a song, I don't need to be in that situation or in that atmosphere. For instance, for this one, I was like, okay, I think a song that would do great maybe in a stadium. I just need that feel, and then I just zone in that moment. And if I want to write a heartbreak, I don't have to go through a heartbreak. I'll just zone in and like, let me pretend as if then I stick to
I will never hurt you.
No, I trust you. I trust you.
Okay. You don't have to really experience something, but you can bring yourself into it mentally and emotionally.
Yes, definitely.
That's beautiful. Just lastly, before we see you rock the Expresso stage, Bafana Bafana is playing its first game today. That's going to be really exciting, right?
Yes.
What message do you have to back the boys and also just general supporters right here at home?
First of all, as South Africans, we have to support the boys. Like, we have to support the boys, and to the boys as well, they must just go all out. They must know that when they're in that field, it's not about them, but it's about the country. We're playing for a national team, so they must go all out and give their best, and we're going to be rooting for them. And also, I'm performing at a watch party in Mall of Africa. I'm performing this song actually today. So yeah, let's just support the boys. My score prediction, 2-1.
To Bafana.
Bafana 2, Mexico 1.
Yeah. At least shame they would have tried, but we are 100% taking this one.
Definitely. We need this 3 point.
Yeah. Amazing. Lindo, thank you so much for joining us. We cannot wait to, dance along to your latest single dedicated to the boys as they are taking on Mexico. We're going to be rocking with you. Do not go anywhere because Lindo is here, and we can't wait to hear the nation singing to the song loud and proud during this time. To get you all ready for the global stage and keep that World Cup fever going, Lindo will be performing his incredible Bafana Bafana anthem, Sekuseduze, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Do not go anywhere.
Man, I love it. I love it for us. I love the fact that we get to Honor Bafana Day, celebrate with the right kind of vibes, the right energetic level. But right now we're in the kitchen because we haven't cooked at all. At least I haven't this morning. And it's a big weekend, sporting weekend. We need something cool, a novelty item to whip out. How about we reimagine the traditional burger, okay? It can be a bit of a messy affair trying to get it all together. It's not really like just race, get it together and have a social event. But luckily, social media has taught us how we can do it differently, okay? The ultimate finger food shortcut. We are going to be testing out a viral sensation that flips conventional burger building into, I don't know, geometry. It is so cool. We are going to have a whole lot of fun. We are talking about Game Day Mini Kebab Burgers.
Wow.
Dun, dun, dun.
Game Day
Right.
Mini
I'm gonna suit
Kebab
up
Burgers.
If that's what this is going to be.
Okay, so I'm seeing them make it on
Sure.
screen. Oh, but that's cute. It's like bite-sized for everybody.
Okay.
Hey? That looks delicious. Also, my favorite things, hash browns. Love them.
Oh, really?
Love a hash brown.
So you like a hash brown, Becky, kind of go, eh?
If I have the opportunity, yes.
Okay.
Pickles, been loving a pickle. Cheese, burger, how can you go wrong?
And I like a cheeseburger. I'll experiment with burgers every now and then, but I
Yeah.
find I'll go back to the OG, the cheeseburger, because it's a beautiful flavor
Because if we're
combo.
being honest, and this is a PSA, you all are doing too much with burgers.
Calm down. Yeah, but
Why
then
is there
says
an egg on a burger?
you can put an egg on anything, girl.
Okay, that's true.
Eggy. You see what I'm saying? We love eggs. But we're not going to put an egg on this. We're going to put a cheese.
We are going to put cheese. And look
Okay.
how nicely these are cut up for
Cute,
us.
man.
Every bit gets a block
And we're not
of
playing
cheese.
around with the cheese here either,
No.
okay? No paper thin, nothing.
No, it's thick. Thicker than a Snicker.
Okay, and then we...
Wait, the water first?
Oh, what? You're crazy, man.
Yeah, this is what I've been
crazy,
taught.
okay.
This is what TikTok taught me.
Funny, but I found that with... Okay, so the steam's going to
steam
create the
is gonna-
atmospheric
yeah.
heat. It's going to melt. It's popping. It's doing crazy things in there.
Not sure why it's popping.
It's food theatre. It's the fat and the water mixing together.
Ah, there you go, there you go.
And we are always told never mix fat and water together. Here we're
Well.
doing a little science experiment.
And then we take our kebabs. You can have
Okay,
one.
thank you.
And we build it up. So, of course, we'll wait for our burgers, but I'll start with the
hash
base, because these are our buns, essentially.
I like that. A bit of crunch. I do like a hash brown, but I like
on
it
the top.
because you get egg yolk with it when you have breakfast. That's why. You see, it's a great
And
sounding board.
The egg yolk kind of is the dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the egg is like that for everything, okay?
Yum.
That's why we cook with it so much. Have you ever made
A hash
one
brown.
of these yourself?
From scratch? Mm-hmm. Have you?
No.
Oh.
I'm surprised we haven't done it. I'm sure we've tried on the show, but
I've
it doesn't
seen them
feel like a
grate the
5-minute thing.
potatoes,
Yeah.
right?
Then I would imagine you've got to draw all the moisture out. Bit of a mix there, something to help it bind.
We appreciate Woolworths for providing the
Yeah, and there's nothing
pre-made.
wrong. When you're doing things like this to save time, you can get as much pre-made action in as you want.
It's agreed.
Okay, look, cheese is getting quite melty.
It is. We did do a
do
thick.
you want to have a little?
thick
We did do
cheese.
super thick.
Oh, those ones are good though.
That looks super cute as well, actually. That's pretty cool. Okay,
How are we
well.
going to do this, Gray? You're the adult here.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'll
I'm
bring
thinking
this
we need a
closer.
base of this.
Yes.
Okay. Or
I'm going to
don't-
watch you first.
Okay, let's try with this guy. Wow. It's like my footboarding skills. You just push him on there. Well done. Okay, let's let him cool down for a second. And I'll get you that guy. There we go. We're
Got it.
learning from our mistakes.
We are.
And we're going to let these guys
Cook a little bit
do their
more.
thing a little
Okay,
bit
let's feel.
longer.
Maybe it's okay.
Do you have a particular kind of cheese? Asbestos hands. Dun, dun, dun.
Let me use the spoon. That I prefer.
Oh, cute.
All kinds of cheeses.
Sold to the man in the
I'm just
the
gonna
blue
go for
apron.
it. There we go.
Oh, and it's look
Oh,
at that. It's all unctuous and juicy and delicious. Wow, that's great.
A pickle. Do you like a pickle?
I love a pickle.
Yeah. And then we got to put the top bun.
That is
You know what?
super
It might not look the same.
You might stab yourself in the face as you eat these things. That's my biggest worry is
Yeah, because-
me watching football with a weapon in my hand is probably quite a dangerous thing.
Dangerous.
Because I get really, really hectic. Okay,
Because-
that's cute.
But how do you attack it? How do we approach this?
Sideways so it falls apart. Because you want burger, right?
You want a bit of everything.
Now I feel like I want to take everything off, take a little bite from it, and then put it back on. Okay, I'm
How
gonna.
do we do it?
Oh. Well, I got no pickle.
Got no pickle.
Pickle's cool, eh? Yum.
It breaks through the.
That's great. Tastes like a burger.
It was
Amazingly enough.
It was never going to go wrong. What a great game day meal. Tonight the game kicks off at 9 p.m. An absolute raging success. We're hoping that if you cook well, Bafana will do well and we will beat Mexico tonight. That is incredible.
Can I tell you something quite funny? Whenever I get up to go and like refill snacks, pop to the loo, do something, that's generally when my team score.
Oh no.
Okay, no,
the Spurs score?
No, only when I'm not in the room. See, she does know sports. She knows sports really, really well. So we're going to do it collectively at about 20 past 9. I'm going to get up to go and fetch some snacks. Maybe make a couple of these in the kitchen. That's when we're going to get our first goal. Okay, so just think of me as that happens.
20 past 9, remember that.
We got you guys. The game itself kicks off at 9. Estadio Azteca, one of the biggest footballing palaces in the world. There is going to be a lot of Mexican energy in that place. So if you are a South African, sneak a vuvuzela in there, please. Just counterbalance.
Just for us.
But we know in South Africa, vuvuzelas aren't banned, so you go crazy. Show your gears. And again, keep those score predictions coming. Hit us up on the socials. We'll get into some of those comments on the other side.
Go Bafana!
Come on, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of South he never disappoints when it comes to serving hits. He never disappoints.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of South he never disappoints when it comes to serving hits. He never disappoints when it comes to live performances. He is here on the Expresso stage to light it on fire with his latest Bafana Bafana World Cup anthem titled Sekseduze. Please show some love for Lindo, King Shorts, and the rest of the team. Let's go.
ngiphumelele seseduze seseduze nami ngiphumelele angicela nishayele isandla seseduze nami ngiphumelele cela nishayele isandla seseduze nami ngiphumelele seseduze seseduze nami ngiphumelele seseduze seseduze nami ngiphumelele cela nishayele isandla seseduze nami ngiphumelele cela nishayele isandla seseduze nami ngiphumelele cela nami ningilinde sekusencane nami ngifike bafethu ngiyazama nginyuse dala ngwila ngifuse awusekusele kancane kancane nami ngifinyelele awusekusele kancane kancane nami ngiphumelele seseduze seseduze nami ngiphumelele seseduze seseduze nami ngiphumelele angicela nishayele isandla seseduze nami ngiphumelele cela nishayele isandla seseduze nami ngiphumelele yo 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 iyo yo iyo yo yo ashayizadla zepa 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 pa iyo yo 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 abeze awwan zepa 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 pa iyo yo 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 seseduze seseduze nami ngiphumelele seseduze seseduze nami ngiphumelele angicela nishayele isandla ayibo seseduze nami ngiphumelele cela nishayele isandla seseduze nami ngiphumelele awan zepa 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 pa iyo yo 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 what's awan zepa 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 pa iyo yo 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 yo
Another feel-good production.